Yo, good morning. Good morning, guys. Hey, Lisa, B. Callie, Shirley, Scarlett. Hey, guys. So, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm glad you guys here early. Y'all get to hear something interesting. So, look, check this out. So, I just happen to be minding my business, right? On the internet. So, I get an email from YouTube. So I'm a little bit like, whoa, what is this, YouTube? So it holla, copyright notice, right? So I'm like, this, you do not want no email from YouTube talking about no copyright notice. Put it like that, right? So I click it immediately. What is this? What do they mean? Copyright notice, right? So I'm reading it. First, I skimmed through it. Of course, I see this right here. I'm like, whoa, what is they talking about? I ain't even been using nothing with no copyright notice. You feel me? Normally, it'll give you like an alert and tell you inside the video that you got somebody else content in your video and you could clip it out. So to see this type of video, this type of email, I was a little bit confused. And of course, I didn't even really read it off top, right? Tap like button, salute to everybody in. Good morning. It's a wild story right here, right? Check this out. So I'm thinking to myself, copyright. So I look, I say, hold on, let me see what video they talking about. So they talking about that video. Y'all remember when the dude popped up and said, yo, we gonna send a lawsuit. You using copyright, you stole that content, right? Well, he requested for my video to be copyright taken down, a strike. But the content was me reading a PDF. You remember the Detective Dennis TV show thing? Oh, yeah. I got him pissed. Oh, yeah. But remember I told him, sue me. Yeah. Remember I told him, I'm nice, y'all. Remember I said he ain't had no grounds for no lawsuit? Well, YouTube told him the same thing. YouTube told him the same thing. You trash. So look, YouTube holla, we received the copyright infringement notification below regarding your video. We believe your content is protected by fair use, fair dealing, or a similar exception to copyright protection. We are writing you to let you know we do not plan on to remove your video at this time. You have control over the availability of your videos on your channel. Holmes is a whole jerk. He a turkey. He tried to claim something, but it ain't really his. But now he dropped the ball because I know who he is. Yeah. Yeah, boot smoke. So, the type of written work that it was, he just gave me more information about it because he had to explain what it was that he was trying to get taken down, but they decided through that explanation that it wasn't worthy for me to take it down, so now I got more information about it. Good look, homie. Yeah. Yeah. Dummy. Stop playing. Yeah. Yeah. So the title of written work, gang, gang. Type of written work, a proposal. Oh, yeah? So you had that information to propose for a television show, exactly as I expected. This sounds a little bit policey, pal. Yeah. Yeah. But look. They turned him down once. They told him, we need more info. Look, he sent in more info. Look. He sent in more info. They holler, hi, JJ. He tried not to tell him his name. They holler, hi, JJ. Thank you for your removal request. We've reviewed your request and need some more information because you're lame. Please read the entire email carefully for a complete update of each video status. Need more info, action needed. Please respond with your full legal name to serve as your electric signature. Yeah. Your identification of the specific copyrighted work at issue is unclear. To identify the specific work allegedly infringed, answering some or all of the following questions will be helpful. Required. What is the title of your copyrighted work? If your work is untitled, give a description of the contents in the work. What type of copyrighted work is it? Encourage. When was it authored? By whom was it authored? If portions of your work appear in this video, what are the specific timestamps in which this occurs? Videos in question. Oh, yeah, it was a written proposal. Oh, content found in video. Entire video. That's cap. Oh, we got his email. GriffNYC66@gmail. Okay. Oh, Mr. J. Griffin. Oh, okay. I like that guy. Yeah. Please remove ASAP. Irreparable damage has been caused. I'm a victim. Gang pitch deck. Mr. J. Griffin. We on ass this morning. Sunday. Somebody call a goddamn pastor. We need somebody to pray. It's ready to be a goddamn funeral. Hell yeah. Yeah. Hey, J. Griff. What's up, cuz? Stop playing with me, monkey boy. Now what you want? Hey, J. Griff. Hey, cuz, what you doing pictures with police information? Try and throw guys underneath the bus. So you was encouraging trying to throw black men underneath the bus with this presentation? This what you do? Mr. J. Griffin? This what you do right here? You exploit the black community so you can make television shows with that corny-ass script you wrote and that phony-ass presentation? That's your pitch? Oh, yeah? Well, you just taught me something, cuz. Guess what? I can make a better pitch than that. Oh, yeah. What, you went to school? You went to school to pitch that? That was trash, cuz. Yeah, that was trash, cuz. Yeah, that was trash, cuz. Yeah. Stop playing with me, boy. You a whole goofy. Now we gonna really start the show, though. Because we want to know who you is. Yeah, and why you was ready to do that before the RICO started? Oh, you was trying to make these young black men look bad so you could set the table, so you could create another television show coming out of Atlanta that shed a bad light on the people in this city so y'all can get that cop city. That's what y'all trying to do? That's what you trying to do? Where you come from, cuz? Why I say NYC? What you got to do with Atlanta, cuz? Huh, Jay Griffin? Huh? Yeah, buddy. What's up? How them spandex feel? You might as well go jogging. Well, you got that tight-ass outfit on. I'm on your ass. You might as well jog this morning. The sun out, bitch. Yeah. Shout out to YouTube for the alley-oop. Straight up. They must have knew what time it was. Stop playing with me, monkey boy. But why you so interested in that, though? Why me showing it on this small channel with such a, what you call it? Irreparable. That's funny. The work that you're doing to the black community is irreparable. So me reading over your work on a small-ass platform is hurting you. So let's expound on that, brother. Please. Oh, matter of fact, I got the channel open right now. If you got wind of me talking about it then surely you should get wind now. Huh? Oh, you into making content that's targeting the black community, but yet you ain't never spoke on my channel, but yet somebody was watching to give you the drop that I was using some of your content and your low ass life wherever you at. So who's watching and who you work for, cuz? How you get wind that I did that? Yeah, buddy. And how you dumb enough to let that PDF file be Googleable, stupid? I found that and I wasn't looking for it. So technically, now I'm about to put the press on you, dummy. Lame. Yeah, what's up, though, cuz? Tap the like button. Salute to everybody here. Help me get 100 likes for 20 minutes, man. Let's rock. Home, I don't know who he thought he was, though. Thank you for your response. We've reviewed your request and need some information from you before we can proceed. Add video details. We are concerned that your copyright notification may not be valid for the video listed below. Please keep in mind that in many countries it is legal to use copyrighted works in specific ways without the owner's authorization, particularly for transformative purposes such as news report and parody, commentary, or review. Some countries protect such uses under doctrines of fair use or fair dealing, while others allow for specific exceptions to copyright protection. Learn more about fair use in the United States, dummy. Stop playing with me. If you still believe your copyright is infringed, which that content was trash, I would never steal that content. I was making mockery of it. I would never steal that trash. I was appalled by the lack of insight and bologna put on in between two slices of cardboard and forced to be an imitation goddamn sandwich of a television show. Stop playing with me, boy. That was trash. That was trash. Then you had the nerve to say it's in the likes of the wire. Use a goddamn lie. Use a goddamn lie. Use a goddamn lie. Stop playing with me, boy. Stop playing with me, boy. Writing a written proposal, boy. You went to school where your father at. Bring your father for this argument. Look. I am submitting this response regarding the fair use claim made on my copyrighted material. Gang pitch deck / proposal. Used without my authorization in the video. The TV show based on YSL Rico, starring Detective Dennis that never aired. Yo, piss. Yo, quoted my whole title. Got him mad. Got him real fucking mad. I believe this claim of fair use is not valid because the usage of my material does not meet fair use criteria under U.S. copyright law for the following reasons. Take me to court. Take me to court. I'ma crush you in court. No lawyer. No lawyer. No lawyer. I'ma crush you in there. I'ma crush you in there. And we gonna film it. I dare you. We gonna make you famous. We gonna make you famous. I dare you. Take me to court. I'm coming in that bitch in $1,000 suit. Hell yeah. I swear to God. I'm coming in that bitch in Gucci. Hell yeah. I'm a drag on this nigga. I want to go to court. I want to go to court. I'm about to file for it. I'm about to file. Yeah, check me out for this copyright for him. Let's go. Purpose and character of the use. Boy, I went to court with time on the line. You think I'm worried about court, about copyright infringement? Let's go. Yeah. And I'ma dance. The use of my work in this video does not appear transformative. Instead, it replicates significant portions of my original content without adding new insights. That's cap. That's cap. That boy blatantly lying. That's cap. Yo said I replicated his significant portions. Reading a projection, I replicated significant portions by reading it out loud so we could perceive how much trash it was. Oh my God. And my angle was, how did you get that information if it was to be used in a RICO that was still coming? Boy, don't ever question what I was doing with that content, boy. I dance on your ass in real life. Won't you come up and defend it in real life, boy? Boy. Fuck you think you talking to? Who do you think he talking to, lying to these people like that? Instead, it replicates significant portions of my original content without adding new insights. That's cap. Criticism or commentary. That's cap. I'm criticizing the shit out of it. That's cap, y'all. I ain't commenting on it. This boy lying. I'm about to sue him. He need to be sued for lying like this. Look at how far somebody will go, y'all. Y'all think he black? So this what black media do. Ooh, y'all think he black? You're doing this to a Baltimore native, and he used The Wire as his first example of what his thing was mimicking. Wow. This is black entertainment, y'all think? He boule. Nature of the copyrighted work. My content is original, creative, and carefully produced. That's cap. That shit ain't creative, and it wasn't carefully produced because you was throwing people under the bus. Technically, you was going to shed them boys in a bad light, and they ain't even go to court yet. True or false? It was set to drop in 2021. If they was in a RICO trial around that time period, you wouldn't have been able to release, if what would you call it? Pertinent information. You got a NIBIN chart in your bust down, and you talk with a detective, and you was going to show information from informants on there, right? Ain't that what you said in your breakdown, in your presentation? You was going to show key elements to this investigation, so what? It wasn't going forward. So what? It was set to not be prosecuted. So you got access to the information before the public had access to it. So you a cop. Amount and sustainability of the portion used. The video in question uses substantial and significant parts of my content, including sections critical to the identity and substance of my original work. This extensive use is not justified under fair use, as it captures more than necessary to fulfill any fair use purpose. Yo, lying again. He tried worded good. That boy Boldface lying. I would love to go up and let a judge say this. I would love to see what the judge think about his accusations right here. And then I'm going to flip it for defamation of character. Because, Your Honor, I'm very appalled at these accusations coming from a distance when this information was readily available on Google. And I damn sure wasn't stealing it because I have mad criticism for it. And I would never use something like that as form as being creative. Actually, it's non-creative. And I'm actually disgusted by the lack of concern for the people of the city of Atlanta. Yeah, just as well as the First 48 show, Homicides of Atlanta. Do you want me to keep going, Your Honor? I don't think this information should be used because I believe that they're using people's lives as entertainment and throwing people under the bus on the back end. So this television show is going over a previous investigation and it's exposing people and families who already had trouble and trials and tribulations when this situation was going down the first time. So these people take all of this information, put it back out, and show all of the things that wasn't seen by the public, including interrogations of people informing on other people. Now, if you didn't go to court or you didn't see the discovery, you wouldn't known that this person had told. But on First 48 or some of these other television shows, they just want to act like since it's been a couple years, no one cares that that person was in there giving up information. Yeah. And it just seems like they don't blur the poor people face out either. Yeah, they show the poor people. Oh, yeah. So what those people supposed to do with the rest of their lives? These detectives up there running their mouth for a 45 to 50-minute show, right? Giving up a whole presentation, right, that people technically might have forgot about. Now, this person on there that was calling themselves helping the police or helping themselves, whatever they was doing, sometimes they civilians, y'all, that's up there. They be showing kids telling all types of stuff. Think about that, though. We talking about, think about that years later. And I just want you to know, the early 2000s and all them episodes they be doing, people wasn't going back and knowing who really told, like maybe the people in that neighborhood knew. Or, you feel me, real rap. They ain't know the specifics. So when you go 10, 15 years later and rehash this and bring out that interrogation footage from your files that you couldn't happen to find in the YSL trial, but you got all your goddamn file work when it's time to go to a TV show. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, this dude right here that's sending me this email, he got that black book? Uh-oh. I think we need to call the judge. We need a warrant so we can check this person's house. I think he got that black book we've been looking for from the YSL trial. What's up? Yeah. Yeah. Look, tell him stop playing, cuz. Tell him stop playing. Hey, Slime Life. Yeah. Yeah. He got that black book, y'all. What's his name? Oh. Yeah. We need GBI to go holler at him. It was authored in 2021, y'all. How that work? How he send this presentation in there for 2021 if it was set to come out in 2021? He must think I can't read. How he created it, he authored it in 2021, but when inside of the presentation or whatever it is, you know he's some type of clown that went to college that's willing to sell the black community out for a career because obviously he didn't get educated to create a career, so he still need to use the poor people. Imagine that, getting out of poverty, but you need to write about the poverty. What? Or was he ever in poverty? Imagine not being in poverty and you still need to use the poor people to get, this is crazy. But look, right, remember it said it was set to come out in 2021. How he wrote it in 2021. They couldn't have shot it that fast, surely. Oh, it was short. So who came with the idea? How you get the information? Uh-oh. Yo had a NIBIN chart. That's not in the presentation that was presented in the evidence. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he got a different NIBIN chart. Oh, y'all ain't know? Yeah, he got the information that's not even in the operation planners. Oh, that's why they mad. Because I exposed that he had access. I bet his ribs hurting right now. I ain't. Hey, JJ. Hey, yo, who you thought you was, cuz? Gang, gang, pitch deck. Yo, you named it gang, gang. First off, you're a super turkey for that. Yeah, super turkey ass face. Stop playing. You called it gang, gang. Yo. Yo, you ain't slick. You was writing that up so you could help for Cop City, bro. Stop. Who you work for, cuz? You from New York, though? That New York-Atlanta connection is crazy. If I was from Atlanta, I'd run the New Yorkers out. They seem like they is playing mega games down there. I swear. I swear. And I swear. By the moon and the stars. Yo. Yo. All right. Effect on the market for the original. Whoa. Hold on. What'd he say? This unauthorized use could negatively impact my relationship with a potential business partner as it violates the confidentiality of information that was discussed. Allowing this to remain may diminish the demand and reach of my own work, which has nothing to do with Detective Dennis. Oh, yeah? Oh, I exposed him. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Yeah, yeah. All right, first off, you lying. It ain't get picked up. Why is it on the internet? You ain't even protected properly, bro. Why you ain't had a file lock? First off, it ain't that dear to you. You put it up on Google, cuz. It's available. I don't even know how I found it, but I wasn't looking for you. You're a nobody, just to let you know. I don't know you. Your work is trash. I thought it was a joke. Looked like kids play. Yeah. Cuz, you ain't nice with your pen. That stuff you wrote is fluff. You just got mad. I exposed you. And you got most of that information from Detective Dennis. Or do you care to give us the source you got it from? So, you need to do better. You're not good at holding information because you put it on the internet, stupid. I don't know what you think that is. So technically you lost right there. I didn't steal it. It was just up on the internet and I seen the picture. I'm going to tell you exactly how I got it. All right. I was Googling something. In the photo, I seen the photo, dummy. In the photo, let me get to the PDF. And it was just a couple clicks. I'm not a hacker. Yeah, I click. I ain't breaking into nothing. Yeah, so shut up and get better and write better and use better pictures. You need to be ashamed of yourself for using the pictures and likeness of other people to try to promote something to get money for yourself and then try to call it your own. So stop, because you was using all those pictures that you don't own. So let's keep it real. Let's talk about copyright infringement for real. You was actually trying to benefit and make a whole goddamn platform of a show off of a whole bunch of other people work. Look at what you did, cuz. Stop playing. So let's really talk about copyright infringement. Matter of fact, you had Young Thug dick in your mouth, to be honest. You a clout chaser, to be honest. You thought you was early. Yeah, you tried to jump the gun before the trial started. So you was going to be the one that had a TV show based on the beef between these dudes, but it wasn't no real beef. Was your TV show going to say that? Or you was going to glamorize it and make these dudes look like they really gangster? When in reality, they ain't really tough. They be running from NBA players. Yeah, let's talk about that. Matter of fact, I got the platform open. You want to come up and talk about your TV show that never aired? Huh? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you got 90-degree wrists. Yup. I think your wrist is 90 degrees, cuz. Yeah. What's up, though? Come up here and get this lashing, cuz. Dusty. How it feel to get beat by somebody with no education? How you feel now? You got spanked. Toodaloo. You two spanked him, then I had to come back, spank that ass, Mr. J. Griffin. And I'm going to call you Mr. because you want to be important. Please remove ASAP. Irreparable damage has been caused. That boy say he damaged. That boy say he damaged. Irreparable. Somebody tore his insides up because you've been going to them puffy parties. I ain't had nothing to do with that. You got irreparable situation from Puffy them. Yo was rocking with Puffy them. All right. So I just thought that needed to be addressed, y'all. I thought that email was funny, y'all. Hold on, let me see. Did I get through it? The effect on the market. Thank you for your response. We reviewed it and provided updates below. Request declined. Request declined. Request declined. I ain't see that part, y'all.
And I ain't going to sit here and spin y'all. This is
Yeah. He thought he had the keys.
He was an attractive figure to cover because he could wink and nod with the reporters saying, we all know what a phony deal this is, right? By saying it's all
I got him.
His own cynicism to anesthetize people to what was going on.
I got him. Yeah. Hold on. Y'all can see it? It say request declined. You see that? Request declined. Bong dong. They hit him with the band. His family hollered, good answer, good answer. Bad. Got his ass. Get him out of here, y'all. All right, y'all. He thought he had a party, y'all. I just thought that was funny. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't read all the way through it. Listen. When I get the email, I see this. Your eyes jump right to this. So I'm like, what? For what? For what? You feel me? So I'm reading. Look, I skip all of this. I skipped the part where they telling me, yo, dude been trying to get your video flag. We ain't jacking it. I skipped that part. I skipped to this and start just looking like, hold on, that's cap. I knew it was cap, but I'm still concerned. You feel me? I skipped the part where they told me, yo, we already boofed on him. He was trying to get you, you feel me? We was going back and forth about, copyrighting your video. You ain't know. But we already settled it on the low. Yeah, Holmes is trash, but he tried to get you on the low. They snitched on him, y'all. They kept it gangster, though, because they was defending me without telling me. They hollered, nah, you cap. YouTube told him he was capped 3 times. Then they ended it like, look, we just going to say that his video legit, bro. You tried. We heard you out. You cap. Then they told me and gave me his name. Like, yo, look, bro. Dude by the name of hold up, let me check. Dude by the name of Jay Griffin, right? We made him send his real name. Hell yeah. Dude by the name of Jay Griffin, right? Holmes try to get the drop on you. Yeah, try to get your info and all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sending us letters and all types of stuff, try to backdoor you, cuz. But look, we deaded that. Took care of it for you. Here go his info. Look, right? Hey, if anything happens from here, we ain't got nothing to do with that, right? But look, don't say I don't be looking out for you. You two gangster. You two gangster. You two gangster, y'all. All right. We got a party.
Court? Yes.
We got a party.
Defense counsel?
Jay who? Hold on. Jay Griff. Jay Griffin. You want to send him an email? His email is griffnyc66@gmail. Tell him to come on for an interview. Tell him I sent him a couple of hours.
That's what the evidence will show. Anthony Hill was on March 9th, 2015.
Uh-oh.
He was unarmed, he was unclothed, and he was unable to harm.
All right. What's going on here? Who know what this is? Yeah, y'all. I don't know what I was on last night. I was in the cut. I went into wild. Yeah. I was in the cut. Nah, don't spam his email. Nah, don't spam his email. Tell him to come on for an interview. Seriously. Like, I feel him, but technically, he might as well talk about it now. It's out. Like, why be so secretive? What's up? Come tell us about yourself in the show. I ain't hurt you. You capping, but what's up? We ain't, like I told y'all, bro. I could, like, man, listen, bro. I'm with it. I'm with the conversation. If somebody want to go to that part, we can. But most people ain't trying to go, like, do that right there. I swear, y'all. And I'm from where people talk like this all the time. Seriously, y'all. This high caliber, you know, damn near yelling at each other, arguing. Oh, yeah, I'm with it. But technically, the average person ain't with that. I really don't like doing it for long periods of time, but I'm definitely prepared. Hell yeah. So, like, technically, if somebody want to come up here and really be like, you, let me tell you about it. I'm with it. I'm going to let him land. I swear to God. But on the other hand, most people ain't really trying to get into that. They'd rather have a civilized conversation. So I'm going to let somebody have the floor and speak their piece. And I'm not going to dance. I'm going to still speak. Come on, man. I ain't copping out. I can have a conversation and still feel like how I feel. And they know I ain't switching up. For real. They know. You going to hear it in the stuff. You going to hear me. I don't need to dance on you about it. I don't have to. You know. Seriously, as long as I stand on mine, you know. I can still talk to you, though. Regular. Now, you know, and I know how to not press your button intentionally just to try to get some type of argument. Because like I said, most people ain't trying to, most people get kind of, bottled up if you make them mad. They not going to be speaking fluent. They going to start sounding crazy, even myself. But one thing, I'm with it, though. We gonna get rowdy, yeah. We can, but that's not gonna be a productive conversation, to be honest. I don't like listening to people yelling. I got about a 5-minute time span, to be honest, with a loud argument with two people yelling. Now, I might be able to endure it a little bit longer if they were smoking boots. If it was more organized. I might be able to accept it if they was really it was like a strategic yelling, but just blatantly who wants to hear that? I know. But yo, this right here, this is a wild situation. It's in Georgia. Some years ago. But I think it's interesting to hear this opening statement right here, y'all. Check this out.
This is the state versus Robert Olsen. Now, Judge Thea Jackson just read to you from the Bill of Indictment. And she read to you that the defendant is charged with 2 counts of felony murder, 1 count.
Oh, yo, this a cop on trial. I forgot to tell you, this a cop. She the prosecutor. The cop is on defense. Yeah.
Predicated upon the felony of aggravated assault, 1 count predicated upon the felony of violation of oath by public officer, aggravated assault, violation of oath by public officer, making a false statement, and violation of oath by public officer, a 2nd count. She also explained to you that the state of Georgia has the burden of proof in this case. We have the burden of proving beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant committed each and every one of those crimes as charged in the bill of indictment. And ladies and gentlemen, we will do that. We will prove that he is guilty of all 6 of those counts with the evidence that we present during this trial.
Yeah.
Now, before I get into...
Yeah, opening statement. For some reason, y'all, I like the opening statements. I don't know. Like, I feel like that's the part you need to start with. Like, that's important. I feel like, for some reason, I don't like starting with the witnesses. I like the opening statements. For some reason, I don't know.
The facts of the case and what I expect the evidence will show. I want to talk
It's wild, y'all. Watch.
The people involved in this case, namely the victim in this case, Anthony Hill, and the defendant.
Oh, all right, hold on. While you watching, I want y'all to pay attention to certain things that's different about it. All right, the cameraman is different. Holmes is in constant motion, zooming in and out, moving with the flow. All right, I peeped that. This stenographer dude is wild. Watch his face. Shorty giving me the same dress code as Love for some reason. Like literally, like her little sister or something. No cap. What else I was noticing? It was something else. Nah, just peep the elements, y'all. Mind you, this is like 6 years ago, though.
Robert Olsen. Now, you don't know Anthony Hill. And we know you don't know Anthony Hill because you all just sat through 3 days of jury selection and you filled out approximately 20-page jury questionnaire, and one of the questions was whether or not you knew Anthony Hill, and none of you know Anthony Hill. But you will learn about Anthony Hill during the course of this trial. And what I expect the evidence will show is that Anthony was from Moncks Corner, South Carolina. He was 26 years old on March 9, 2015. He was the son of Anthony Hill and Carolyn.
Yo, do you see this cameraman following her like this a goddamn basketball game? Watch. He's in constant motion. Watch.
Jumo, a brother to Tamara Jumo. He joined the United States Air Force in 2008 and he served for 5 years. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and PTSD while serving. You'll learn that he was medically retired from the Air Force due to his mental illness, that he loved music, and that he moved to Atlanta after he was medically retired to pursue a career in the music industry.
What? Oh, man. Y'all peeping it? Oh, pay attention to the story. This an Army vet or one of them. Yo, when you hear me say Army, I really mean military. Don't get mad at me, y'all. I ain't got time to be naming all the damn different services and all that, y'all. Don't get mad. If you served and you feel disrespected when I just call everybody the goddamn Army, my bad. Nigga, I'm from outside. Nigga, got time to be saying no, the Navy, goddamn, the armed force. I ain't got time for that, man. Listen, you know what I'm talking about, nigga.
You will hear that Anthony was 5 feet 9 inches tall, and he weighed approximately 165 pounds. And while it's not on the slide, he also loved to exercise. He was athletic. You will hear that Anthony lived at the Heights at Chamblee Apartments on March 9th, 2015. And we know that you don't know the defendant, Robert Olsen, because that same 20-page questionnaire included that question, and you all again sat through several days of jury selection, and none of you know the defendant. And you'll learn a little bit about him as well. You'll hear that
808, I get it. It is kind of, it's like calling the Crip of blood. Like, yo, oh, yo, just y'all gang niggas. Oh, y'all blood little niggas. You like, whoa, cuz? Nah, I'm GD, cuz. Oh. Yeah, I know. Anyway, come on, I know. I done heard the descriptions of dudes busted down in real life. Yeah, boy, I'm a Marine. What? Them boys ain't rocking like us? No. I ain't in the Army. I'm in the Air Force, cuz. No.
He was 52 years old on March 9, 2015. He was a master police officer with the DeKalb County Police Department, and he joined the department in 2008, same year Anthony joined the Air Force, and that he served 7 years.
Oh, see, he was in the Air Force, cuz.
You will also hear that he received...
Hold on, hold. Air Force is up on the chain, ain't it? You just ain't walking in the Air Force, is you? Unless you making lunch. Like what? You can't, even if you in the cafeteria in the Air Force, you ain't your average soldier, right?
Over 1,900 hours of training in the 7 years that he was with the department.
In
the 7. You will also hear that he received over 1,900 hours of training in the 7 years that he was with the department.
Bro, 1,900 hours. Of training. Air Force, stop. You ready to get people. Look, we ain't getting into this. I don't want to get in the middle of y'all beef, man. Look. Really, that's just division. So y'all don't team up and tell the gov and start a union, to be honest, because y'all should be more cohesive. I don't even know why y'all got them gripes like that.
Department. You will hear that his training included training and crisis intervention team training to assist individuals with mental illnesses who are in crises. I expect that you will also hear that he received training in managing the mentally ill. And he also received use of deadly force training, and that was a training that he received every year. I expect that you will hear...
Yo, what y'all think about she said 1,900 hours of training, yo. Yo, we in a trial where we keep hearing people say 8. That's only 3 months. Of what? 40-hour weeks? Yo, what kind of week is that, Sharif? Give me that. How does week work? Tell me that, because I was guessing. I'm glad you said that, Sharif, because I damn sure thought about it. Whoa, how long it take you to accumulate 1,900 hours? If it only take 3 months, then that mean I must got like 1 million hours worth of studio time I done worked in. Real rap. But nah, real rap, yo. Like, what kind of work week is that, Sharif? Like, how often am I going? No, I'm talking about if it's 1,900 hours, how many hours am I putting in per week? More than 40? You understand? Like 3 months. That's 12 weeks. 40 hours, 40 times 12. Something ain't right. 11 weeks of what? Hold on. What kind of weeks is these, Sharif? These hours that you putting in. You see what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Something ain't right, Sharif. What kind of days is these? These sound like some 16-hour days of learning you talking about. How long is class, guys? You see what I'm saying? Regardless. All right, well, hold. 48 hours? All right, that ain't that bad. That ain't that damn bad. To be honest, y'all, I worked 100-hour week before at Krispy Kreme. Don't ask. Yeah. For real. Really in there, more than 100 hours in a week. Yo. I ain't had a job in a long time, but I remember that. For real, though. I'm not exaggerating, y'all. I'm dead serious. It was a time period where they was allowing you to basically stay in there because it had just opened. So basically, if you wanted to work, you could come to work. So you already know. I only did it like once. Real rap. It might have been 2 weeks back to back that was over, like close like that. But I remember that, like, whoa. And there was no fluff on there, y'all. Wasn't no I was clocking in and I wasn't really there. No, I never did that. No. Sir, I'm dead serious. So, you can put in a lot of damn hours. Now, this is about a cop, though, y'all. So the whole point of me playing this was, it was interesting to hear that this police, her talking about the amount of hours he did for his training was thousands of hours. Hundreds, 1,900. So I'm like, golly, we keep hearing about this gang training, and it's only 8 hours of gang training. They keep saying, like, I'm talking about everybody keeps saying, I got 8 hours of training, of gang training, though.
That on March 9, 2015, he was 6 feet, 2 inches tall, and he weighed 205 pounds. And he responded to the Heights at Chamblee Apartments on March 9, 2015.
It's gonna get real wild, y'all. Get ready.
Let's talk about what happened that day. The Heights at Chamblee Apartments is an apartment complex located at 3028 Chamblee Truckle Road in Atlanta, Georgia, and I believe a few of you all were familiar with it driving by. Some of you live near it. So it's an apartment complex in Atlanta, and that's where Anthony Hill lived in March of 2015. He lived there for almost a year, and he lived with Kaylin Alexander. He had a roommate. On the morning of March 9, 2015, Anthony...
Hey, yo, white girl my bad, yo, side note. A white girl burnt down that Wendy's? Why y'all ain't tell me that? Who burnt down that Wendy's?
He got up and he drove to the Planet Fitness located at 3535 Chamblee Road, approximately a mile and a half away from where he lived. He drove there. He drove his Dodge Dart, the vehicle that he owned at the time. He got there, parked his vehicle in the parking lot. He went inside.
Oh, yeah, I've been in the cut.
And the evidence is going to show that he checked in at 11:24 a.m. that morning. He went inside. Presumably he exercised. And at some point he left. We don't know exactly when he left, but he did leave. And he went home. But he left his car in the parking lot, which was unusual. Don't know how he got home. Presumably he got there on foot.
What?
Only a mile and a half away. And the evidence will show that he definitely went home. And we know he went home because at approximately 1 o'clock in the afternoon, there was a 911 call placed by Brazil Torres. She's the property manager at the Heights. She knows Anthony. He's lived there. He's a resident. He lived there for almost a year at that time. He'd come into the office every month and pay his rent. Her experiences with him were always very pleasant. He's a nice young man. And she called 911 that day because she saw something that concerned her. And not only did she see it, but her office assistant, Solange Rodriguez, she saw it too. So it's just 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Ms. Rodriguez went to the office door to change the sign. It was lunchtime to change the sign. And when she goes to the door to change the sign, she sees Anthony. She's familiar with Anthony too. He's not wearing any shoes. He's not wearing a shirt. He's only wearing shorts.
Uh-oh.
And I expect that you're going to hear that the leasing office is on the second floor. It's not on the ground floor, it's on the second floor. So you can look out and you can see the sidewalk and there's a balcony and there's railing and there's stairs to get up to the leasing office. And so she's changing the sign on the door and there's a window there. She sees Anthony laying face down on the ground. No shoes, no shirt, just shorts. And so initially she thinks something's wrong with him. Okay, so she's concerned and she tells Ms. Torres, look. And then he gets up off the ground. And he comes up to the leasing office and he's hanging on the railing and he's jumping up and down and he's acting excited, and neither one of them had ever seen him behave this way before. And they weren't sure if he was sick or if he was on drugs or what was going on with him, but it certainly was strange. So Ms. Rodriguez locks the door to the leasing office. And Anthony continues to jump and act excited. And I expect that the witnesses will tell you that he wasn't aggressive. There was no fear there. There was concern. And then he knocks on the door. And he says, hey, it's me. Let me in. Again, not being aggressive, happy, wanting to be led into the leasing office. But they are concerned because they don't know what's going on with him. And they're two women. And they're concerned. So they don't open the door. They keep it locked.
Damn.
And then two of the maintenance men who work at the apartment complex, and you will hear from them, Pedro Castillo and Denny Echevarria, they return from lunch and they come to the leasing office. And Ms. Rodriguez and Ms. Torres, they see Anthony, and they see how he's acting, and he's acting strangely, and they're familiar with him too, and that was unusual to see him behave that way. And they talk to the ladies and they tell them what's going on. And Ms. Torres actually called 911 again because she was concerned because he was acting oddly. And Pedro Castillo, he goes and he talks to Anthony. Are you okay? He says to him, and Anthony says, are you okay? And he tries to convince him to go home, and Anthony tells him that he needs help. I need help. And he doesn't remember where he lives. Now, he lived in apartment 08. So he lived in building O, apartment number 8, which is right across from the leasing office. But he couldn't remember. He didn't remember where he lived that day. So Pedro Castillo assists him in getting home.
What happened at home?
He goes inside of his apartment, and he says a few strange things. He's asking for help. He tells Pedro that the devil is coming. He mentions his mom and says he loves his mommy. And he's just behaving, again, rather oddly. So he goes inside of his apartment, and everybody thinks it's okay. Everything's fine. The two men, they go back to the leasing office. They join Ms. Torres and Ms. Rodriguez, their co-workers. And moments later, the four of them see Anthony. And this time, he is completely naked.
Whoa.
Again, this is during the 1 o'clock hour in the afternoon, so it's daylight outside. It's March, it's 65 degrees outside. Not that any temperature would make it normal to be walking outside, no clothes on, but he's completely nude. And Ms. Rodriguez calls 911 to report that now the man that was knocking at the door, the resident who was knocking at the door earlier and asking to be let in, now he's walking around and he's naked. And children live here and women live here, and we are concerned. I don't know if he's on drugs, I don't know what's going on. And Denny Echevarria, the maintenance supervisor, he pulls out his phone and he starts recording. And you'll hear the 911 calls. And I expect that you're gonna hear 3 911 calls that were placed that day from that leasing office at the Heights. And you'll also see video. And you'll see the video of Anthony walking around the apartment complex totally nude. He's not being aggressive. He's walking around, he's crawling around, he's hanging from balconies, he's hanging on railings. I believe one of the witnesses will testify.
Yo, keeping her head on the 33 access. So look, if you split this screen into a tic-tac-toe box, right? Yo, keeping her head where this first 33 line comes down, right? And then where this 33 line meets that line, which is about right here. And yo, keep putting her head right there. He is sharp. He frame. It's called framing, y'all. So he putting her on this cross spot right here, which you're taught to do, because that's where your eyes look. When you watch screens, y'all, your eyes look at this 33 line right here. So if you split this into thirds, up and down, you're going to have about 33% through. You're going to have a line right here, then 66. Line right here going across, right? Then the same thing. 33 here, then 66 if you come in left to right or opposite. You feel me?
That he was free. He goes to the playground where the children play. There are no children on the playground. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon in March.
You always want to frame and leave space in front of the person. You want to always leave a gap over top their head slightly, and you want to leave the rest of the screen in front of the person. Like, say if he put her facing the left side of that screen and he put her on the first 33, it's going to look odd. It's making a person look like they close to the wall. Now, if you do this like some scary movie type shit, when you do the opposite on purpose, it give you a weird ass feeling like, yo, what the hell? Yeah, so if you notice, nobody, like, only weird movies use those types of framing shots where they break the rules.
Children are in school. But he's crawling around on the ground on the playground, and one of the witnesses, I expect, will describe it as him being in a military-style pose, like he was at war, like a soldier crawling on the ground. Again, completely naked. So the maintenance men, they go out, they talk to him, they try to convince him to go inside of his apartment. They tell him that the police have been called. You cannot walk around naked. The police have been called, they're coming. Anthony says, good, the police are my friends. And he walks off. He doesn't go inside of his apartment. He walks off into the middle of the parking lot in front of buildings O and P. And I expect that there was a third 911 call placed because the ladies in the office were wondering what was taking so long for the police to arrive. And I expect that you'll hear that it took approximately 20 minutes for the initial police officer to arrive at the scene. And that officer was the defendant, Robert Olsen. And he received the dispatch when the first call came in. And I expect that you will hear that that dispatch came across his radio as a signal 53, which means a suspicious person. Okay, so it came in as a signal 53, and the dispatcher says complainant, meaning the person who called 911, reports possibly signal 22. Okay, and you'll learn that that means mentally ill, possibly signal 22, possibly mentally ill individual requesting to.
Good morning, salute to everybody in here. Yo, this a cop on trial. This a cop on trial. Black prosecutor lady, a mini better love. You feel me? She got, her voice ain't annoying. She ain't as thick as love. Yeah, no, nah. But technically, she doing the job right, it appears. It's a cop, though. So that's what interests me. He smoked a naked dude. Yup, no strap. Naked.
Be led into the leasing office, right? That's the first call. So Robert Olsen, the defendant, he receives that call, and he advises the dispatch that he's received it. He acknowledges receipt of it and that he's en route. While he is en route,
no strap. Oh, just to let y'all know, they got some audio somewhere of Holmes saying, I was scared. His biceps was ripping when he was running towards me or something towards that nature. Don't quote me. I'm paraphrasing.
Once that second call is placed,
Georgia. Yeah, this Georgia, y'all. Yeah. For now, I'm sticking inside their system. Yeah, I'll let y'all know when I go outside. I'll let y'all know. But yeah, this Georgia. Yes, sir.
The individual is now naked. He advises. For radioing.
Yes, I believe so, y'all.
Received the update. He's clear on the update.
I believe this is Georgia.
And a sergeant gets on, and he requests that backup go out to assist because now they're dealing with a nude individual.
Yes, it's Atlanta. Yeah,
so backup
he was in the army. He was in one of the military services. He got out because something happened. Holmes take medicine, and he moved to Atlanta because he wanted to get in the music industry. Then he got smoked by the law when he was naked. Yes, that's a male stenographer. Looking nuts over there, too. Watch his face.
Dispatch, and the backup officer comes on the air, and you'll hear that he acknowledges his receipt of the call. So when the defendant responds, the evidence will show that he knew the situation that he was responding to. He also knew that backup had been dispatched. So that third call is placed because they're wondering what's taking so long. And as the ladies are on the phone with 911 during that third call, they're advised that the police are there. And the police were there.
Hold on. Yo, what kind of mic is she on? Bro. This the best damn court audio we heard yet. We can't even see the mic. What the hell?
Officer Olsen was there. When he pulls in, and you will see a site map of the heights, so you'll see how it's all laid out. When he pulls in, you have to drive through an entryway, long entryway, to go around to get to the area of the apartment complex where Anthony was, in front of buildings O and P. But on the way there, there's a break between buildings. So if you're driving in and you look to your left and you're going around to buildings O and P, before you get there, if you look to your left, you can see a break in the buildings and you can see whoever's standing in that parking lot.
Ain't no lapel.
Now, you can't drive to them because you got to drive around, but I suppose if you park the car, you could walk through that cut through and get there. But he drives around. But he sees as he's going in the individual who's been described in the 911 calls. Anthony is naked in the middle of the parking lot and he's crouched. He's crouched down, no clothes on.
Whoa. Okay.
So the defendant drives around to deal with the situation. Almost simultaneously, there is another resident who lives there by the name of Miguel Medina. And you'll hear from him. I expect that you'll hear that he works in heating and cooling, and it's March, and that time of year it doesn't get very hot, and some days are short, and his boss would send him home early if there wasn't enough work or not enough jobs to do, and that was, and March 9th was one of those days. So he's coming home early, he's driving down Chamblee Tucker Road, he sees a police vehicle, turns into the Heights where he lives. Not unusual. He turns in, but he keeps his distance. He doesn't want to go around the police officer because he believes that's against the law. So, but he turns in because he's going home. Well, when he drives by that break in the building, he happens to look to his left and he sees the naked man there too. And he says, oh, that's why he's here. This must be why he's here. There's a naked person. So he keeps his distance, but follows behind because now his curiosity is piqued and he wants to know how this officer is going to deal with this situation involving this naked person. And when the defendant goes around that curve and gets to the part of the apartment complex where Anthony is, as he turns around, goes around the curve, he sees Anthony, who's approximately 150 feet away. His view is unobstructed. It's a parking lot, so he's looking straight ahead, and he sees Anthony. He hasn't stopped his vehicle. He hasn't turned it off. He's actually still driving. And Anthony springs to his feet, because remember, he's crouched. He springs to his feet. And
that boy was the crouching tiger. Yeah, he was one of us. But he was one of them too. He was in the military. So technically, once you join the military, you one of them. Yeah, they got a whole lot. You know how all Americans salute the soldiers and everybody that served? Yeah, he one of theirs. Yes, sir. Yeah. What? Yeah, cuz, you feel me? Real rap. No, all jokes aside, yo. Seriously, they bury you with the flag and all that type joint if you served before, right? Like, nah, that's one of yours. For real.
He starts running toward the officer. Now, I'm going to tell you what I expect the witnesses who see this say. That's Denny Echevarria, who's in the parking lot with him because he and Pedro follow him from the office because they're concerned and he's naked. Pedro Castillo and Miguel Medina, who pulls in behind the officer. Now, Miguel has a different vantage point because he's behind the officer's car, so he's also looking straight ahead, down that parking lot where Anthony is. Denny and Pedro have the vantage point from where Anthony is looking toward where the officer's vehicle is. Because he doesn't pull into a parking space. He pulls in the parking lot and he's parallel, looking straight ahead, straight ahead. The witnesses say, all three of them, that when the officer pulls in to that parking lot, Anthony jumps up and he starts running. Running, not sprinting, running toward the officer. Not aggressive, not charging. I believe Miguel Medina will describe it as running like un borracho, which is a Spanish person, a drunk person in Spanish. A clumsy run.
Pay attention.
A friendly run toward the officer. They will tell you that the officer got out of his car, pulled his gun, and shouted, "Stop," 2 to 3 times. And that Anthony did not stop, but he slowed down. The run slowed down. And he never got a chance to stop because when the officer shouted, "Stop, stop," twice, he shot him. Twice. He discharged his gun twice. I expect that you will hear Anthony first had his hands up, his arms up as he's running, and then his hands were then by his side. His arms were by his side. His hands were visible. He was stark naked. He had no clothes on, nowhere to hide him, and no weapon in his hand. He never uttered a word as he's running toward the officer.
Stark naked.
That's what the witnesses will tell you. He never threatened him. He wasn't aggressive. He didn't charge at him. He was running toward the officer. He had said to Pedro moments earlier, "I need help." He had said to Denny moments earlier, "Good, the police are my friend." And that's very important.
He said the police are my friend.
Of course, of this trial, and when you listen to the testimony from the witnesses, okay? So the defendant immediately reaches for his firearm. The only lethal weapon on his belt, and you'll hear about the tools in his arsenal. He yells "stop" twice and he shoots him. Anthony falls face down on the ground. The officer goes to his trunk to get his first aid kit. Then he realizes there's blood everywhere. I'm not wearing gloves. He goes back to the trunk to get the gloves out, and the witnesses are standing there. Miguel Medina, he actually takes off and goes. There's a second entry into the apartment. He goes the other way because he doesn't want the officer to realize he's seen anything, because now he's afraid. Pedro and Dini stay there. He puts his gloves on. He goes over to Anthony. He turns him over. He checks for a pulse. There is none. He hears the death rattle and realizes that he's dead. He sees Denny and Pedro. He calls out to them to ask them if they saw what happened. He separates them because he doesn't want them talking, comparing stories. You will hear that there is another resident who lives there, Araceli Vega, who lives in Building M, which is the building that the defendant pulled up in front of when he pulled into that parking lot. And she hears a commotion outside. She's in her house. She hears gunshots. She runs to her sliding glass, her patio window. She looks out. She sees the officer holding a gun. She sees Anthony falling, and she says that Anthony was about 8 feet away from the officer at that time. The witnesses, I expect you will hear, Miguel, Pedro, and Denny, all say that Anthony was anywhere from 5 to 7 feet from the officer at the time he shot him. He wasn't on top of him. He wasn't touching him. He was 5 to 7 feet. And that's important too, and I want you to remember that as you're listening to the evidence. The backup officer, Officer Anderson, he shows up. And before I get to Officer Anderson, let me continue with Ms. Vega. So when she sees that, she goes, she grabs her cell phone, and she starts to record what's going on outside. Now, by the time she starts her recording, Anthony's already on the ground. The defendant is already separating witnesses, attempting to administer first aid, even though now he's dead. And she also captures the backup officer responding, because he gets there 3 to 4 minutes after Anthony is shot. And once Anthony is shot, the defendant radios dispatch. And you will hear that recording, and he tells them, he uses police code to report that someone's been shot. Really, he says, I 52'd him, or I 50'd him. The sergeant gets on. Subject 50 or you 50? No, I 50'd him. So he's confirming, no, I shot him. He came right at me. He attacked me. That is what he tells the dispatch moments after the shooting occurred. He came right at me. He attacked me. Now, the evidence is not going to show that Anthony ever attacked him, touched him, came close enough to touch him, put his hands on him, threatened him, or anything like that. But he tells dispatch moments after he shoots Anthony that Anthony attacked him. And that's important. I want y'all to remember that too. So Officer Anderson shows up. And you will see this on Ms. Vega's cell phone video camera. And he walks over to the defendant, and they appear to be engaged in a conversation, a very animated conversation, it appears. And you see the defendant making a motion towards Officer Anderson as if someone's pounding on him. That's important, because when Officer Anderson is interviewed that day, he tells investigators that the defendant told him that Anthony came up and attacked him and was pounding him on his chest. Well, none of the witnesses say that happened. And you know what else denies that happened? The defendant, because you're going to hear a statement that he gave to Special Agent Clint Thomas with GBI a week after this happened. Okay? But he tells Officer Anderson that. And it's a lie. And the state is going to prove it's a lie. Anthony never attacked him. Anthony never pounded on his chest. And we know he told Officer Anderson that, first of all, because Officer Anderson said he told him, and also because there is videotaped evidence showing him demonstrating, as Officer Anderson said he demonstrated. Because Officer Anderson said, he told me and he demonstrated, and there's a video of it. So let's talk about the GBI investigation. And you'll hear from crime scene, I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to be up here too long, but you'll hear from crime scene investigators who came out, and they did find 2 shell casings at the scene, just a few feet from Anthony's body. He's shot twice. There's an autopsy performed on his body by Dr. Smith with the DeKalb County Medical Examiner's Office. There are 2 projectiles that are recovered from his body. Dr. Smith is going to come in and tell you that he died from 2 gunshot wounds, one to the lower anterior neck and one to the torso, lower chest. He will tell you about the stippling abrasion patterns, and he'll explain to you what that is. And based on the appearance of the stippling and the pattern, that it was a gunshot wound, intermediate range gunshot wound. He's going to tell you that based on the pattern of the stippling, that the target, meaning Anthony, was approximately 3 to 4 feet from the muzzle of the gun at the time he was shot. Okay? He's going to tell you that once you factor in the length of the person's arm who's holding the gun, the length.
Yo. Ones, if y'all want to keep playing this, while I wait for y'all ones. Somebody just salute to whoever just sent that email. Yo, Is this Jay Griffin, the police that just testified from the first 48? Black yo. That was on the stand with the bald head, dark skin. Griff NYC. That police is from New York. That's why he trying so hard to get it downplayed, because all them boys on TV shows. And he just did an episode where he specifically on an episode with Velasquez and Quinn on TV One, Deadly Case Files. He got his own episode, Jay Griffin. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. He is episode... Oh, his name Howard Griffin. It ain't Jay. His name ain't Jay Griffin, y'all. Sorry. His name Howard Griffin. He on episode 5. He ain't Jay Griffin though. His name Howard. My bad. I thought his name was Jay Griffin. I was, but he is from New York though. Good try though, but let's keep it moving. My bad. Let me get back to this trial.
Of the barrel of the gun, and that 3 to 4 feet, that Anthony, the target, had to be anywhere from 6 to 7 feet away from the person of the shooter at the time he was shot, which is consistent with what the witnesses say. Okay? You'll hear that from Dr. Smith. Now, and you'll also hear from Sergeant Jay Walker. And he's a use of force expert. He's actually the person who taught the defendant, trained him while he was in the 30-week police academy to join before he joined the DeKalb County Police Department. He was his instructor. And we expect that he will be qualified as an expert in the use of force. He will talk to you about the training. It was 1,900 hours of training that the defendant received. He will talk to you about how they are trained to deal with mentally ill individuals.
For real?
He will talk to you about the escalation measures that officers are taught, including this officer. He will tell you about the use of force continuum. He will tell you that, in his expert opinion, that the defendant's use of force in this case was excessive. His use of deadly force was excessive. He will tell you about all the tools that were available at the defendant's disposal that he could have used in dealing with this unarmed, naked, mentally ill individual. And he will tell you that. And he will tell you not only was his use of deadly force excessive, but it was also not reasonable, and it was also in violation of the DeKalb County Police Department's use of force policy. Okay? And as such, it was a violation of his oath of office. And you'll hear from Sergeant Walker. And you will also hear from Clint Thomas with the GBI, the lead investigator in this case. And he'll tell you that on March 16, 2015, a week after Anthony Hill was shot and killed, he met with the defendant and interviewed him. 1 week after this occurred. And not only will you hear from Special Agent Thomas, but you will hear that interview. It was audio recorded, so you'll hear it for yourself. You'll also get a transcript so you can read along.
Yeah. It really did that.
Anything important that we need to know? Anything we're missing? Anything you want to tell us?
They bonked her, y'all.
No. And he talks about a whole bunch of other irrelevant stuff, but again, never talks about his fear. Never, ever. And I submit to you that that is very important, because if you shoot and kill somebody and you were afraid, a week later you would be telling the world that you were afraid. He never said that. And then they asked him again, did you cover everything? Did you tell us everything? Anything missing? No. And he even tells them, I thank you for your work. I appreciate your thoroughness. And you know what else you're not going to hear, ladies and gentlemen, during that interview? Never once does he refer to Anthony by name. And surely at that time he knew who he was. He may not have known who he was when he shot him, but he knew a week later who he was. He never calls him by his name. He never even refers to him as a human being. Don't take my word for it. He refers to Anthony, but not as a human being and not by his name. You'll hear it. What you'll also hear, and I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna sit down, is him describe Anthony's naked body. Doesn't talk about being scared, but he talks about this naked man's body. He talks about his bulging quadricep muscles, and that's what he saw. And you will also hear him give a whole bunch of excuses for why he pulled his firearm instead of going for the less lethal tools on his belt. You'll hear that. And I submit to you that the reason he never said he was afraid, that Anthony threatened, that he feared for his life, that he was scared, is because he wasn't. He was uncomfortable. And uncomfortable does not equal afraid. You will not hear in this courtroom at any point in time during this trial that you are justified in using force likely to cause death or great bodily harm because you are uncomfortable. He wasn't afraid. He was uncomfortable with this naked man running at him. That's what he was. And because he was uncomfortable, his actions in using deadly force were unnecessary. Not only were they unnecessary, they were unreasonable, and they were unjustified. And unfortunately, they cannot be undone. And ladies and gentlemen, while y'all cannot undo what the defendant did on March 9, 2015, y'all can certainly hold him accountable by finding him guilty of each and every count in the bill of indictment. Thank you.
All right. What y'all want? What y'all think? What y'all want to do with that? All right. Why y'all talk about that? Why y'all tell me about that? Yo, Lil Durk cleared of attempted murder charges. Atlanta DA points blame at King Von for 2019 shooting. Monday, Derek Banks, known by the entertainment world as Lil Durk, was formally cleared of all charges in connection to a 2019 shooting. Durk was originally facing counts of attempted murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. However, prosecutors in Fulton County, Georgia have dropped multiple charges against. They crazy with the way they typing it. In a filing made by the attorney's office last week, Durk's attorney, Manny Aurora, issued a statement saying, "I am glad that the charges from 3+ years ago have been dismissed. While it is unfortunate that it took so long to reach the conclusion that we had argued from day one, I'm glad that all involved can now move on." The incident happened on February 5th, 2019, as police claimed that the video showed Durk driving past the famous Atlanta restaurant, The Varsity, and firing a gun. Several months later, warrants were issued for both Little Durk and King Von, as Durk claimed his innocence from the jump, saying it was all false allegations. Now, to make things interesting, Fulton County DA Fanny Willis issued a statement of her own with some shocking revelations. She went to say that her office declined to indict Durk for the shooting, citing insufficient evidence. However, she went to say that King Von would have been indicted for the incident and not Little Durk if he was alive. Fulton County DA Fanny Willis issued a statement regarding decision to not indict Lil Durk. This office has declined to indict Durk Banks, a.k.a. for the February 5th, 2019 incident because insufficient evidence exists to prove his guilt beyond reasonable doubt at trial. If co-defendant Davon Bennett, a.k.a. King Von, had not died in 2020, he would have been indicted. But let me ask y'all, if both of them was in a vehicle together, how the driver don't get charged? I'll be damned. Ain't this a Benny? Ain't this a Benny? Ain't this a Benny? She must think we dumb. She must think we dumb. So how we got Thug on trial right now? Woo, 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 woo. How that work? How that work, y'all? They in the 300 vehicle together. Police say he see that's Dirk Banks shooting out the window in the courtroom. It didn't make it to court. I don't know what type of hearing this was, but technically it's some footage out of a police, APD, saying, nah, that's Dirk Banks shooting out the window. You mean? So how do this turn into, nah, we would have, he ain't getting charged, but the dead dude would have been charged. How does that work, y'all? They acknowledged they was together, the way the charges is written up. Or why else would they been charged together? Hold up. Uh-oh. Holmes a felon already. That's the commission of a crime. So at least, at minimum, you being charged with accessory, right? Real rap, bro. Now, they think we dumb. Now, before they released this, I kept asking about this charge. Yeah, way before they even released this. But mysteriously, after King Von died, Fanny Willis did this. Now, I think she did this right before the RICO dropped, the YSL RICO. Seriously, y'all. Yo, put it like this. When we put in a request to get information about this, we couldn't even get the paperwork. I swear to God, ask LaDana if she ain't here. LaDana, no. LaDana did it. We tried to really we did a Freedom of Information Act or work for this. And man, what happened, LaDana? All this paperwork we done got, y'all. I promise. We had to go through extra measures to try to get this and never got it. Seriously, show me this indictment from this situation. Show me the paperwork to this. We got everybody, man, you see what time it is. We done went in Georgia system and yeah. Where this at? I swear, you ever seen these charge papers right here, y'all? All this paperwork we got access to. Matter of fact, tell Thug a Daily get it. Since he's so connected, for real. Now, when you come to that conclusion, ask yourself, why we can't see that? We got access to all this footage.
Now to what's new and now and next. New tonight, a major update on a story we followed for years. Prosecutors have dropped all charges against rapper Lil Durk after his real name, Derek Banks. Back in 2019, the rapper spoke exclusively with Channel 2 after turning himself in. Police say he was involved in a shooting outside the Varsity. Now, Fulton County's DA office says it will not prosecute him. In the last 20 minutes, Durk's lawyer sent us a statement saying, quote, while it took 3 years for the state to make the right decision, in the end, the right decision was made, and Mr. Banks can finally put this event behind him.
Against you by a probable cause standard, and they will attempt to do that by the witnesses that they place in the witness chair over here. They may call one or more witnesses. All right.
What hearing was this?
As it respects cases before the court and defendant Dirk Banks, 19 CP 183.
Where the rest of this footage? This whole trial ain't get streamed. Like, you feel me? Where the rest of this footage of that whole day? You feel me?
973. This court finds probable cause for criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, participation.
LaDana, but where the rest of that footage? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we can find the footage with the dude talking. It wasn't tucked. But where's the whole court date? Like, why they so, look, this ain't that far early before the YSL trial. Why not record the whole thing? You feel me? Where the rest of the footage?
Participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of a firearm during the
They charged him with They charged him with criminal street gang activity in Atlanta, y'all. Think about that. It's only two of them. They got a gang charge. It wouldn't have been a RICO because it's only two of them.
A felony and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. As it relates to 19 CP 183 693, involving defendant Davon Bennett. The court finds probable cause for possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, participation in a criminal street gang activity, aggravated assault.
Something wrong with Von ass, ain't it?
Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and criminal attempt to commit murder. Court notes that, and as
both them boys supposed to have been in jail right here. Duck will still be alive. And, well, according to paperwork, right? Seriously, both these boys supposed to be locked up right here, y'all. They both felons. You heard this attempt murder with the gang charge. Man.
Everyone is aware here. The standard here is a probable cause standard.
What video?
Which is
in a company vehicle. Seriously, y'all, I'm not making this up. I don't know if you ever looked into this. They were in a 300 vehicle. I can't make this up. I couldn't believe it. It sounds like it's made up. Who go on its leg? First off, we the rappers, we the ticket that get, yo, do you know how much Dirk and Von, do you know how much Von worth right now at this point? That boy's single is out at this point, ain't it? That boy got songs that's already out at this point, right? By the time Holmes put the blonde in his head, Holmes got a couple songs out, which means he getting booked along with Dirk. Real rap, y'all, like all jokes aside. Like, so what kind of robbery is we on? This the same thing I said about Pooh Shiesty. Like, yo, this don't even add up. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. That boy worth too much money to be doing the lick. I swear to God. It don't even add up. And I know what dudes be doing on some old, we found some goofies and they got some bread, we gonna take them off. But I don't need to go. Real rap. So it's like, I promise y'all, bro, I don't know what's up with these situations where we got these rappers actually being involved in licks that don't even equate to a week's worth of a good run of being booked in features. Like, we talking about people who can run up $1 million in cash, y'all. In a hot weekend down Miami or something in a spot, man, what? What? So something ain't right, bro, for dudes to even be trying to take something. I'm telling you, we should be trying to book another thing. Yo, you just made $70,000 for performing for goddamn 20 minutes. Yo, we can be rich. Taking somebody off for what they got starts sounding stupid. Seriously, even jewelry. What do you mean? A robbery, that would mess up all. Yo, do you know, man, yo, that's like hitting a bank every day. Like, think about that. You watching, even if you next to a nigga, you would start thinking about, I don't want to break no law and mess up what he got going on, especially not while I'm around, yo. So the least I could do if I am going to try to break some laws, get away from yo and do it. You understand? So everybody know this. So I really don't understand rappers being involved in felonious. So I'm going to have to go back to something ain't right with the money that they saying that these boys got, y'all. Something ain't right, because I know I done seen rappers make a lot of money, and I know how they can, under the table, without the label, y'all. I'm talking about once the label builds you up, it's this thing where as though technically, now if you sign to a 360 and they eating off your show money too, and taking a large lump, then I ain't gonna lie, that's something it didn't equate. But, which makes sense, because if I built you up, these people only want to book you because I put all this money into you. So technically having a contract that blocks an artist from being able to go under the table and do performances without the labels getting a cut, technically I can see that in the contract. But still, that means just keep doing a whole bunch. You feel me? Like, all right, say less. I'm doing 2 a days. Since I got to get them a piece. So it still don't make sense to go try to take somebody off. I'm going to keep it real, y'all. It don't unless you like. It still don't even make sense even if you eating like a little bit of bread because like it ain't constant. I will tell y'all. It is more up and down than we think. Yeah, it is more up and down than we think. And you can easily bite off more than you can chew type joint. Whereas though You kind of project that you're going to keep making a lot of money. So you kind of might buy some things and spend a lot and kind of set yourself up to have a lot of bills, to where as though when you do hit a down slot, you're like, damn, I need to just hit a quick lick real quick to get back right. But still, I ain't even going for that, bro. I'm going to keep it real, bro. Because once you see you can walk through and get 10 racks, bro, for just chilling in the club with the DJ, no rapping. Seriously, I'm just fresh, just up here, not even long. We talking 2 hours. Yeah, because they don't really want you in there the whole night. It don't really work like that. You got to come in when it's kind of like popping and just kind of rock out for the rest of. You feel me? They don't want you come in 10 p.m. and be in there till 4 a.m. Nah, more like, you know what I mean, come in about 12. You know what I mean? It's never enough. That's cat. That's cat. Once you get your rabbit kit, you well prepared, you got enough to take care of your wardrobe, you in the mix, you getting so much stuff put around you that technically if you work your budget right, you ain't got to throw it away. Now, I understand some people is young and dumb that you want to splurge a little bit, right? But still, having to do a lick, it's crazy. Regardless of how you go about it, even if you you overspending, having to resort to hitting a lick is crazy. I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. Something ain't right. I'm gonna just say, y'all, it's something I don't know. I'm gonna keep it real. It's a piece right here, because I know what's going on in the streets. I know what it's like to be ass out, rabbit ears. Yeah, we broke. We about to go. Yeah, we might have to take something off. But I also know, once you get exposed to this type of opportunities, the hustles involved with this, we could get some work before we take somebody off. Yo, I got somebody over in Cali. Yo, they got the pound. We go take this little bit. We got a couple $. You know what I mean? We could bounce back. So, like, that Pooh Shiesty move was nuts. This move right here that him and Vaughn was on, whatever this was, man. All right, let me put it in perspective for you. These your little homies. You a big homie. Your little homies be doing petty robberies. Y'all get money, though. Nah, look, taking somebody off that's phony, if you full throttle in the streets, that's part of the game. That's kind of like what they was saying on Minister Society. All right, part of the game of if you out here, dudes hit a lick if somebody vulnerable and really can't do nothing. It's you taking it. You feel me? Gangster type situation. But what I'm saying is, once you cross into the entertainment world, that should become very limited. And your need for doing it, you should tell your homeboys, bro, chill on that. Let's try to run it up on some old, we really from it. So on the strength of we more street in the industry that wants to exploit this, we have opportunity to hustle here and get this money versus doing criminal activity. Now, as soon as this dry up, we could go back to the streets. Straight like that. Straight like that. What? Yes. Once all of this settled down a little bit and we on the back end, if we don't get where we want to be, yes, sir, we got time. We still got time. Y'all know how many dudes is back home right now that was rappers and they was out touring, doing features. They back home with just thousands. So what they had to do, you know what they had to do. So we got time for that. And we'll be a little bit more grown and seasoned, so we won't be willy-nilly. So technically, I mean, that's tight. We get to do this, you know what I mean, get away from it. Then when we come back, at least we have a couple and we even explored some things, met some new people. You know how that go. You go out of town and come back, you got something that you done brought from out of town. Technically, you got to play. Yeah, we done went around all up and down. We done come back with all types of hustles and shit. Hell yeah, what? That's one of the slickest things with going out of town. You see something that they ain't doing back home. Look, bro, look what they doing. All right, so I'm gonna go back to this trial. Y'all said y'all want to see that trial. I've seen a couple people said play the rest. All right, so do y'all want to see the opening statement of the defense? Or y'all want to skip to a witness? I ain't watched the defense. Opening statement was kind of stale. I'm going to keep it real. I didn't watch no witnesses. Hold on, it looked like they went on a major. Yeah, I'm about to skip to a witness, y'all.
Things like that.
And did you have an office on site? Did you have an office at the apartment complex?
At that moment?
In 2015?
Oh, yes.
And were you in that office by yourself, or were there other people in the office with you?
No, I had other people.
Yeah, they having some type of technical difficulty. I didn't skim through this trial.
And did other jobs on the complex? Were there folks who worked with you at the apartment complex?
We have two maintenance. Two maintenance at the moment.
Okay. And who were they?
The names?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Pedro Maria.
Okay. While you were managing that complex, did you know someone named Anthony Hill?
Yes.
And how often would you see Anthony?
Pretty much like once a month, or maybe once a month when he was going to be in the ring. But most of the time I would say like maybe 2 times a week sometimes.
Okay, a couple times a week you see him?
Yes.
And did you get an idea about his peacefulness?
Yes.
And what was that?
I don't think that's the appropriate question. An idea about his peacefulness, subject of the form of the question.
Were you around him? I'll ask it a different way. Were you around him enough to develop an opinion about his peacefulness, if he was a peaceful person?
Yes.
And what was that opinion? What was your opinion about his peacefulness?
My opinion was that he was a polite person, courteous, respectful.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you about the day that Anthony was shot and killed. Okay. Were you working on that day?
Yes.
And were you inside the office or outside the office?
Inside the office.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been shown previously to the defense and is marked as State's Exhibit 8.
Did you say 8?
I did. I went one out of order.
No, that's fine.
Do you recognize State's Exhibit 8?
Yes.
And what is State's Exhibit 8 a photo of?
Second?
What is that a photo of?
Oh, this is the photo of the office.
I tender State's Exhibit 8 in evidence.
No objection.
Commissioner Publisher.
So granted.
Thank you. And were you in the office by yourself, or were there other folks with you?
No, it was Solange with me at that day.
And I'm going to specifically ask you around 1 o'clock. Did you see Anthony Hill on that day?
I did.
And describe to the jury when you first saw him, what was he doing?
When I first saw him, he was walking naked around the property. When I first saw him.
How about
No, I'm
while
sorry.
you were in the office?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, when the first time I saw him was when he was he went upstairs and knocked on the door of the office.
Okay. And you're in the office, and is anyone in the office with you? When he knocks on the door, is there anybody in the office with you?
Yes, Solange was with me that day.
Okay. You said he knocked on the door.
Yes.
What happened next?
Well, I called before he knocked on the door, I called the 911.
Okay. Before you called 911, can you describe how Anthony was acting and what he was doing?
Before I called 911, Solange was in front of the door of the office, which is the door that you can see by the balcony right there. And she was looking through the door down, and she saw Anthony face down on the sidewalk. And she was mentioning to me that, someone is like face down, I guess, somebody fainted or whatever. I mean, she thought that something happened to the person. At that moment, we didn't know it was Anthony. And then she said, well, just call, we decided to call 911 because we didn't know what happened. So I called 911, and while talking to 911, then she was talking to me, and she said, well, he's like moving, like standing up, and he was kind of crawling and things like that. So I remember that then when I was talking to 911, that I was describing, that to the, if I have the memory, to the operator at that moment. And while I was talking with the operator at that moment, it's where, he went up to the office and, was there on the door, like knocking, like, hey, it's me, can you open the door?
Okay, before we get to that part, let me ask you, when Anthony was laying on the sidewalk, what was he wearing at that time?
He was with no shirt, shorts, and no shoes.
Okay. Did he have any weapons in his hands?
No.
Okay. Was he yelling and screaming?
No.
Was he threatening anybody?
No.
Was he hurting anybody?
No.
Were you afraid of him?
No.
Was Solange afraid of him that you could tell?
No.
Okay. When you called 911, was it because you were fearful of Anthony Hill?
No.
Why did you call 911 at that time?
Because he was not acting normal. He was not acting normal.
Were you trying to get him help?
Yes.
Okay. So you said he came up the stairs and he started knocking on the door. Was he banging on the door?
No.
Was he kicking the door?
No.
Tell the jury what he was doing.
He was just knocking on the door, like knocking, and he was like, hey, it's me, can you open the door? Can you open the door?
You could see his hands.
Yes.
Did he have a weapon in his left hand?
No.
Did he have a weapon in his right
No.
hand? Was he trying to smash the glass?
No.
Okay. Were you afraid of him at that point?
No.
Okay. What happened next?
Well, I was talking on the phone with 911 when that happened.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 6. You just take a look at it and tell me if you recognize it.
Yes.
And is State's Exhibit 6 the 911 call?
Yes, it says 911 call.
And is that your signature on the...
It is my signature.
All right. I tender State's Exhibit 6 in evidence.
No objection.
Permission to publish? Thank you, Judge.
And I'm calling because I have someone is on the floor in front of the office, like crawling, like I don't know if something happened to him. It's like if you can send someone here.
Yes, ma'am. Did you ask her? Ask her him?
He said he.
He said what?
Hold on. He's not. He's here. Okay, he's awake. No, he's up. Yeah, no, I think.
Ask him if he needs a ma'am.
Ma'am. He needs a drug.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ask him if he needs the police or the paramedic.
I don't know. I closed my door and he's like knocking on my door. I think he's like drunk.
What does he look like? He's at the leasing office?
Yeah, he says that he's there.
Is he at the leasing office, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, what does he look like? White, black, or same male?
It's light skin.
He's a light-skinned black male?
Yeah.
What is he wearing?
He has no shirt, shorts. Yeah, send the police. Better.
What is he wearing, ma'am?
Huh?
What is he wearing?
He was shorts, no shirt, no shoes.
Okay. He don't have any shoes?
No.
Okay. Really well, okay. What's your name?
My name is Vincent. He's here outside in the balcony.
Okay. He's outside of the balcony of where? The leasing office?
The leasing office.
Okay, ma'am. We're on the way.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Ms. Torres, at some point during the call, you were speaking Spanish. Can you tell the jury what you said?
Hi, he's gonna jump.
He's going to jump. Okay. So were you worried about him hurting you or himself?
Himself.
Okay. So Anthony's on the balcony. You're afraid he's going to jump. You call 911. What happens next?
Then I remember that Pedro came to the stairs and he was like trying to talk to him.
And when you say Pedro, is that?
Pedro is the mini supervisor
Okay.
at that moment. And he was like talking to him, and all of a sudden, like he like faint, but like he would like went back, he put it up, and then I remember that after that, he was like went down the stairs.
Okay. And when Pedro went to talk to Anthony, did Anthony try to hit Pedro?
No.
Did he threaten him?
No.
Did he pick up any weapons?
No.
Okay. Did he scream at him?
No.
Okay. You said that he was kind of passing out or falling. Who were you talking about? You said he kind of went back. Did you mean like he was kind of fainting or kind of falling out?
Yeah, he was kind of falling out.
And who was doing that?
Anthony.
Anthony. Was it like he had a medical issue? Like he needed medical help?
Yes. Yes, it was like going back. I mean, I cannot say that he was. Yeah, I saw him that he was like going back and think that it was like taking him and then put it back on.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened after that?
Like I said, I saw them after that. Then Pedro was trying to like talk to him. I was not listening to what they're talking because I'm
Sure.
inside the office.
Sure.
But you can see through the window that it's that to the door. So he was like trying to talk to him and until like they went down the stairs.
To your knowledge, was Pedro able to get him back to his room?
Yeah, to his apartment. Yes.
Did he fight Pedro and say, "I don't want to go back to my room"?
No, that I saw. No.
Okay. So he's in his room, and what happens next?
When next, then I went back to my duties, to my office, and then I heard that like Solange and that he was like going down, like jumping from his balcony down naked.
Okay. And were you able to see him?
I did.
And was 911 called again?
Yes.
Okay. Did Solange call 911?
Solange, yeah, she was the one who called at the time.
And were you guys describing what you were seeing to the 911 operator? Did you tell him that he was naked?
Yes.
At that point, so now the second time you've seen him, does he have any weapons?
No.
Is he hurting anybody?
No.
Is he threatening to hurt anybody?
No.
Okay. Was there someone in the office that took videos with their phone?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 7 that's been shown to the defense. Tell me if you recognize that.
Yes, it's the videos.
And are those the two videos that were taken?
Yeah,
from
two
the
videos.
office?
Yes.
All right. I tender State's Exhibit 7 in evidence.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Your permission to publish?
¿Qué es lo que está haciendo? Ay, Dios mío, pero ¿cuál es el policía joven? Mira, se está dando contra el piso. Uy, ¿cómo está ese tipo? Está bien quebrado. Está grave. ¿Lo estás tomando? ¿Lo estás tomando? Mira, viene para acá, ¿qué hicieron? Tómale tú, Rubén, tómale. ¿Qué tú haces? No.
See what the military do to you? Got that boy walking around naked. Now they don't want to admit what they done did to that boy. They know exactly what they did to that boy. He was waxing that boy's sleep, waxing that boy wheels when he was in his sleep. Now that boy be walking around naked. That's how they be doing on the Army base. Say, hut 1, hut 2, hut 1, hut 2, marching around in circles with their cheeks out. Now, when coming to back on regular grounds, they want to act like he crazy. Nah, they need to admit to what they be having them boys doing, though. You heard? 808. Tell them what they had you doing, cuz. Hut 1, hut 2, hut 3, 4, huh? Hut 1. At ease, soldier, look at him. He think he on some type of camp at war. Look at him. Look. What is they doing on YouTube? They tripping. They tripping on the Tizoob. That's crazy, though. They tripping on the Tizoob. They geeking. Look. She remembered the day. Look at Holmes. He all in. He don't know what to type. He all eyes in, though. He ain't typing nothing. He relaxing. Look.
While you were making that video, Were you terrified of Anthony Hill?
No.
You could hear someone on the phone.
You were not scared.
With 911. Was that the call you were talking
about?
Y'all was up there giggling and laughing, huh?
From that person, from Solange's demeanor, was she terrified of Anthony Hill?
No.
I could hear, and it sounded like laughter on the phone.
Yes.
Was that, why was there laughter?
Well, because I guess he was walking naked around, like he was acting like normal.
Right. Nobody was screaming in fear when they saw him. Let me show you the second video. No, there were two videos on that desk, and that's one. Show the second.
Come on, man. Oh. Yo out there working out. Oh, they zooming in on him and all that. Come on, guys. Come on, cameraman. Look, man, that boy just trying to be free in the world, man. Judge looked like a whole orangutan back there. Allegedly. Allegedly. I ain't say that.
Now, Ms. Torres, we heard several voices on that recording.
To be honest, is that a crime? I mean, he free balling. And yeah, I don't want to see yo. But I say just throw a blanket on his ass real quick. Yeah. Give his ass a nice, he need a big onesie. Like you would give him in jail, but just give it to him on the street. Yeah, here, yo, put this on, yo. Yeah, yo, you cool, yo. You just can't be walking around all naked and all that, bro. Real rap, come on, bro. Cover up, bro. Yeah, leave the buttons open on this jumpsuit, though. But we ain't taking you to jail. Here, you want some of these Jackie Chans? They free, bro. Don't trip. You need a sandwich? That's what they should have asked him. Yo, you hungry? I swear to God. Yo, where your shorts? Hey, yo, cover up, bro. Where your shorts at, bro? Stop playing. Straight up, bro. You can't be out here like this. Yo, it's women and kids out here. What you doing? I'm telling you, I bet he would have got right. Yo, you were hungry?
Whose voices were those?
There was, in the background, there was me, Solange, and somebody else. I don't remember the other one.
Was Denny Hechivero, was he there that day?
Yeah, he was there that day.
And at any time, was Pedro Castillo, was he in the office as well?
Yes.
Okay, it could have been one of them on the
video.
video.
It could be one of, yeah.
And I know I've asked you this a bunch, but on that video, and the whole time you saw him, was he ever hitting anybody?
No.
I saw him kind of walk around some of the residences. Did he ever break a window?
No.
Steal anything?
No.
Scream at anybody?
No.
Okay. Were you calling 911 to have him arrested? To have him taken to jail?
No, you're still helping because he was walking naked around the property.
Why did you call 911? What were you trying to accomplish by calling 911?
Bro, I think I could have talked him into some clothes. All jokes aside. With the bullhorn. Yup. Not even close. Especially if somebody knew his name. Somebody know yo? What's his name? What'd you say? Right. Oh, yeah. Yo, give me the bullhorn. Real rat. Seriously. Whoever talked to somebody that's a little bit off outside and it's a wild moment, but like technically they ain't trying to do nothing nutty. Like it ain't no type where he out here ready. This is an easy talk down. Holmes ain't being violent right now. Yeah, he out of pocket, but I think this is manageable. Seriously, Holmes is just off a little bit. We need to just find what's going to trigger him to get back right. Yo, what up? He don't respond to the regular that. All right. I see Holmes ain't right. Holmes, hold on. Let me see what I could get that could get. You feel me? Hold on. Let me see what I got. I know I got something that could catch his ass. You know what I mean? So he respond. That's what you need to get. First, you need a response. Yo. Straight up. I'm telling you, that hungry one, I done did this outside with people that's a little bit wild. Bro, he hungry or he wants some lick. Like, listen, I'm telling you. All right, I don't like this trick, but if a person drink, that'll tighten their ass up. Yo, you want something to drink? Like, what you drink? Like, for real, I swear to God. I swear to God. I done got people mind right like that. I don't like it, though, because it's once I find out that's what got your mind right, I'm mad now. But technically, I'm about to go ahead and get the problem done. Holmes going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to lean on him. I'm going to lean on him about this. Once I give him the bottle, oh, yeah. Once he settled down because I done got him this bottle, hell yeah, watch this. I'm going to dance on his ass. Oh, yeah. Y'all think I'm playing. This didn't happen in real life where we really outside somewhere. Nigga is nuts type shit on some old, what's up with yo? Niggas like, yo, he just be acting crazy and shit. Like, what type of crazy, though? He don't look like he that crazy. He look like he really acting, though. You feel me? And I didn't really, seriously, y'all, they be downtown and in different areas where I be at, y'all. People be getting, nigga might cut across the street, be in the middle of the street, just making it hot or something. It's like, yo, all right, we could dust him. Because that's what it sounds like niggas gonna do if he keep doing this shit for another. You feel me? Now, sometimes niggas will let him be crazy till the law come. Real rap. I ain't really with it. I'm more like, yo, at least we could do is be, what if that was one of y'all? That's how I look at it. So I always say, well, if it looked reasonable, I might say something. Yo, walk up on them. Yo, now if they look violent, I ain't fucking with them. Straight like
to come and check on him because he was not acting normal.
Did you, when he was outside and you said he was acting kind of strange, did you lock your door?
I did.
Was that because you were terrified of him?
No.
I object. I think several questions have been leading and argumentative.
I don't think I'm arguing with my own witness, Judge. I'm not suggesting any answers either, so I object to them being leading.
All right, I think there have been some leading questions, so to be mindful of the form of the question that you asked it is overruled on argumentative sustainability.
Thank you, Judge. Tell the jury why you locked the door.
I locked the door because he was not acting normal to me. That was not the Anthony that I knew.
Were you afraid he was going to hurt you?
No.
Were you afraid of him at all?
No.
So now, after the videos, you've seen Anthony naked on the property, and you call 911. What happens next?
When I was calling 911? Well, he just kept walking naked around the property, and then I was just, I remember I was talking to the guys that if they can just walk with him, because I was, well, our community, well, at that time was like, almost like 95% Hispanics, and I know that we Hispanic, especially the gentlemen, we are like, kind of like, machista, I don't know how to say that word in English. I was worried that he were close to a woman or a child, and then one of the residents would hurt him. So I told the guys to walk with him.
When you say you were worried that one of the residents would hurt him, you were afraid that somebody would hurt Anthony. And when you said you asked the guys to walk with Anthony so he wouldn't get hurt, who were the guys? Who did you ask?
Pedro and Denny.
Okay. And what did they do?
They did walk with him.
Okay.
Or at least, around him or.
That's tight. That's tight. Salute to the two Spanish dudes, bro. That's gangster. Yeah. Look, bro, he don't mean no harm, yo. Don't dust him. Don't dust him, bro. Yeah, bro. We try and get it under control. See what I'm talking about? I told y'all. Yeah, I'm one of them. Like, all right, bro. Look, Holmes man, we gotta make sure nobody straight up. Like, look, if we can't get him right, bro, at least we could do is kind of guide him so nobody don't thrash his ass, because he bopping around naked. Somebody gonna thrash his ass in a second. You understand? Salute to the Spanish boys, man. Straight up. And her.
Be around him.
And when they went to go do that, what happened next?
They was ushering him around. They should have threw a blanket on his ass. Hey, cuz, you cold?
They Then after that, I guess they went to the other side, and I didn't see that. And then I was in the office, and all of a sudden I heard like bam, bam, bam. So I said, Solange, call the guys. I want them to be here. Something happened. I don't want them to be hurt. So when Solange called Pedro said, no, it was not me, it was Anthony. And then after that, I just left the office and ran to the scene.
And when you heard bam, 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 it were gunshots?
Yes.
And you said you ran to the scene. What did you do?
Then I left the office and ran. What? Anthony? So I went over there, and when I went to I'm sorry.
That's okay, take your time.
To the scene, then he was laid down on the floor, naked, bleeding.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then I was like, why did you shoot him, or what did you shoot him or shot him? But the police was like, somebody help me. I guess he was like also like scared. I don't know what. I went from there. I was like, why did you shoot him or shot him? So it was not my intention for him to be shot.
I think that's all I have. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Punk ass police scared of his biceps, y'all, and he was naked. Boy seen the Johnson running at him with the biceps. He thought his ass was about to get took.
You okay? Can I ask you some questions?
My bad, y'all. That's what this is really about. He thought this was the day his ass was about to get took. Broad daylight. Imagine. You sign up to be an officer, right? You in the line of duty. Blue shield. Yeah. Blue lives matter, right? Especially their hind parts. So look, right, you ain't sign up for this. This like the nightmares you have when you first think about a black man that's, got strength, chasing you down and doing whatever he want with you, right? So look, yo gets the call. Naked man. He like, huh? So he driving over there. He trying to drive slow because he really don't want to confront it because this is technically the nightmare he have that be waking him up. His wife be like, what happened? He like, nothing. She like, that black guy dream again? He like, yeah. It's not a dream, honey. It's a nightmare. So look, this shit start happening in real life. He panicking, already driving over there, shaking in his goddamn boots. Yeah, he wear boots like a goddamn Mountie or something, right? Because he a real county police, dickhead. So look, he on his way over there driving slow as a motherfucker. He think he going 37, but he really going 17. In his mind, he think he driving regular, but he's slow as a bitch. So this time, that's why they got so much footage of yo naked, because the police are driving slow as a motherfucker. Mind you, ain't no backup coming. Yeah, he know he going by himself, because it's a naked man. Ain't nobody tripping. They said he got a weapon. They holler, nah, he just naked. They sent one guy. Right, but technically they picked the wrong guy, so he's scared as shit on his way over there. He pull up, he driving around the parking lot slow. He went the wrong way on purpose, trying not to catch the nigga. Hopefully he put some clothes on before I get to him, and it won't be the nightmare, right? So he hit the bend, sees him, bend on, shit go red. He gets scared, buckled, car swerve a little bit. He tapped the brakes. He can't go in reverse. He got to go forward. It's his job. He don't want to look like no bitch. It's crunch time. He see the naked man. Naked man got his hands out up in the air. He like, oh, shit. He like, what I'm going to do? He hop out the car, grab his pistol immediately because the dude got his penis out. So he thinking the least I could do is equip myself with something. I got to stop this nightmare from happening. I'm not letting this man take my cheeks out here. It's broad daylight, nowhere to hide. It's not even dark. I'm not doing it. Holmes keep running. He tell him, stop. He's screaming with all of the goddamn, you could feel it. It's come from the bottom of his lungs he used to come up with this. You ain't never heard a male scream no like this and stop. So everybody knew it was something going on because you ain't never heard a grown man screech like this. No, like stop. It was like frantic, right? So you could hear the pain in his voice early because he was thinking about the repercussions of if he don't stand up and stop this black man with these biceps and with his lower extremities exposed, he might be taken advantage of and there's no way of coming back. He gonna have to retire from the police force. His wife gonna leave him. The kids ain't gonna trust him no more. They ain't gonna play sports with him. He can't be the baseball coach. He can't eat hot dogs no more because everybody gonna laugh at him. I mean, so look, he thinks about this in the flash as soon as he step out the car and pull his gun. So once the dude keep running, they say slow down a little bit, drop his hands down to his side. So now he see that it's a friendly run. So this actually scares him more because this is exactly what he's seen in his dream. It was a strong, muscular, naked black guy that was friendly, kind of like in prison, you know, the one you always see. And he was chasing him ready to take his tail, so he blamed him right there. Nope, you ain't taking my tail today. You ain't taking my tail today. Blamed him. You heard what she said. She heard 3 shots. Boom, boom, boom. That was him, stopping his tail from being taken. All he seen was a naked black man with biceps bulging. He seen that shit. He said, man, ain't no way I could withstand this. Ain't no way. I gotta gun him down. Fuck a taser. Fuck a taser. I seen them niggas run through tasers, and he already naked, prepared to take me. I ain't with it. Not today. Not today. We ain't going. Not today. Not today. So he blams him. Boom. She run over there like, whoa, what type of shit is that? I called you just so you could put some clothes on this nigga. Why you shoot him? He was naked. What you scared for? You all shaking and shit. You all right? What the fuck you scared for? You got the Yistohini strap. Why you shoot him? You shooting niggas for nothing. He like, nah, because I had this nightman shit. I thought he was going to do me in. She like, what the fuck? Man, you niggas, police niggas soft. So she dips off. He's still sitting there shaking and shit. Back up, still ain't pull up. Whole time naked dude laid out bleeding. This shit could have been stopped. Because if they'd have told him, yo, he is a soldier, he just naked because he went crazy because he was at war, then the police would have been like, oh, he a soldier? You know, every time you tell a real American or a police or somebody that somebody was worked with the government being a soldier or some shit, people be like, oh, say less, and they put their guns up and all that type shit. So technically, he probably would have been cool with him if he knew Holmes had served in the military. Real shit. He would have put his gun up and said, I appreciate you for serving in the army and protecting me and my family and shit. I'm sad that you out here naked. And they would have probably had a regular conversation and went about their way. But on the strength of he thought he was a regular black dude that would take his ass if he ever caught him naked and it was an option. So he thought his ass was going to get taken and he shot him. So if y'all think about all these police killings across the United States, most of them is because white police got this dream that some muscular black man is going to take their ass. Yup. We seen it with George Floyd. We seen it with Mike Brown. We seen it with Freddie Gray. And he was handcuffed. They still were thinking at some point he could get out these cuffs and he might take my ass.
Okay, so you and I have met a few times before, yes. Right? And we've talked about this incident on March 9th before, haven't we?
Yes.
And
no, but seriously, what you do? All right. So if you're a police and you pull up on a naked dude, right? Can't you just laugh? Like, really? All right. I see him now. They called me to find him. I got him now. He right here. He naked. I'm watching him. I'm in the car still. I ain't getting out. Look. Check this out, y'all. I ain't even getting out. They're like, what? Yeah, send back up. I ain't getting out yet. I'm ready to just watch him real quick, make sure he don't do nothing nuts. But technically, I'm going to just relax and see how far this go. Pepper spray him? No. What? You pepper spraying him off top? He not getting radical, bro. Once I see he not violent, bro, I'm ready to just chill. Yeah, people don't like seeing him naked, but I'm not ready to turn this up yet. No. Nope. Nah, I'm ready to just peep him for a minute. I'm not even getting out the car. I'm ready to just watch him. Straight up. And make sure nothing don't happen. Because once I get here now, the people like, all right, we ain't tripping. The police out there. So he got to deal with the law. All right, now I'm not ready to escalate this. Let me assess this. I do not want to shoot Holmes. So if he not being violent right now, I don't even want to, So that's how the police try to say he carried it. He said he pulled up and he just kind of like stopped at first. He didn't have his lights on or nothing, something like that. Right now, I would have stayed in the car though. Because what he going to do? Come on, you know how this go, yo. Somebody outside the car and you in the car and you got the strap. Like, if he don't come over here at this window trying to literally bust me up out of here, technically, I'm good. Now, if he does do that, now we ready to turn into some more. You already know. You feel me? So, like, technically, he naked, though. I clearly see him. Like, he ain't hiding. Ain't like he doing nothing to nobody. He ain't even banging. He ain't even, damaging property. He literally just naked. So you clearly see he just out. He out of it right now. He ain't in his right state of mind. All right, how can I get him, get him in order? I'm the law. So first off, let me call some other people so we can kind of. Now, I don't want this to escalate, so I'm a size it up. I ain't going. I'm gonna tell him, look, Holmes ain't no danger. Holmes just out here naked. So that's why I say, yo, he must have really been in fear of some type of something else. Now, I was joking when I made that little metaphor of him being scared of a nightmare. But nah, like, he said the part about his bulging biceps. Like, think about that. A naked man out here doing nothing, and that's what you write in your report? Something about his biceps? You was looking at his muscles? Like, literally, you a grown-ass man. Like, when you see a naked man, you kind of look away. Like, oh, come on, bro. Get out of here. But you actually sized up his muscles, though. And was in fear, though. So if y'all want to know what that joke stemmed from, he said that. And it just made me think, like, oh, bro. Bulging. He said that. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if he said bulging, but it was something towards zesty about biceps. You feel me? And it just threw me off.
You've talked with the members from the state and the prosecutor before, right? Basically, anytime somebody has asked you if we could talk to you about what you saw, what you heard, you were more than willing to speak with us.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of go back and go through some of the same kind of general timeline that Mr. Cross just asked you about. So you told us that, you kind of knew Anthony Hill because he was a resident there at the apartments, yes. Right? Not necessarily that you all were, friends, but friendly, and certainly recognized him from seeing around the country.
Exactly, M3. If he nonviolent, you gonna laugh and wait on backup, right? You like, he geeking. He geeking. Yo out here just naked. So the first thing is, what he doing? Nothing. Like, literally. He on some old looking at the birds and butterflies type shit. You feel me? Yo on some old lovey-dovey, hippie type shit. He been a hippie right now, bro. Yeah. Yo just loving the fact that the wind hitting his ass cheeks. You feel me? He ain't on no Tough Tony shit. Oh, he called Carl. He just naked. He naked Ned. Okay. Yo just naked Ned, man. He all right.
Seeing him around the country.
Niggas need to take his ass to some farmland with nobody at. He ain't breaking no law. Let his ass walk for miles out this bitch. Straight up. He'll figure it out.
Complex. Okay. And so that's why.
I bet he bounced back then. Put him in the car, drop his ass off out in yonder, you heard? Not too far, but just give him some space.
That day when Solangel, said that he was laying down or something had happened, you knew that something was going on with him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, because you had never seen him act like that before.
Yes.
And before you even called 911, when you and Solangel were up in the office, you had already locked the door to the office, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And it's your normal practice there at the apartment complex that when you all are in the office during your business hours, that door stays open.
Yes.
And unlocked.
Unlocked.
Stays unlocked.
Unlocked.
Yeah, maybe not open, but it stays unlocked.
Yes.
Right. And you may lock it if you're leaving for lunch or you're going to leave the office unattended, right?
Yes.
But typically, general practice, that door is unlocked.
Yes.
Okay. And so you locked the door because, as we said, he wasn't acting, quote unquote normal.
Yes.
Okay. And you were concerned.
Yes.
And you just didn't know what was going to happen.
Yes.
Just didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you thought, well, better safe than sorry, so to speak. So let me just lock the door.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. And in that first 911
no, we ain't
call,
tussling.
I think we heard the dispatcher ask you, ask him if he needs the medics or the paramedics or the police, right?
Yes.
And then you eventually say to the dispatcher, I think the police is better.
Yes.
Because by that time you thought, okay, it's not some kind of medical issue. I think he's on drugs.
Yes.
And that was your sort of reasoning and thinking for saying, we'll send the police.
Yes.
Okay. And again.
Yo, this a cop smoked the naked man.
Did you see, or were you around when 911 was called?
Yes.
Tell the jury about that. What happened?
So after the call, before the call,
What led up to the call?
It's one of the blackest Spanish dudes I ever seen.
Giselle and Solange, they called the 911. Oh, I get down because I saw Anthony when he was naked. So I approached to him. I started talking to him and say, hey, they already called the police. I need you to go home and put some clothes on. All the time, the only thing that I was next by him. And he always was saying like, don't worry about, I'm okay. Police my friend. Don't worry, I'm just waiting for the police to come.
Holmes said he waiting for the police. They my friends.
He was laying down on the floor and he said, right now I'm talking to my mom.
Whoa. You talking to your mother?
He was saying the name of the mom, hello mom, whatever. And he was all the time laying down on the parking lot.
Were you afraid to approach him?
No, at all.
Was he threatening you, or
no?
Was he yelling at anybody or threatening anybody?
No.
Was he doing anything that you would consider to be like?
I ain't grabbing nobody naked, woman or man. Real rap. I don't want to grab no crazy lady either. Nah, she naked, cuz you get her.
Like a violent, aggressive action?
No.
Okay.
You get her.
Are you familiar with the way the buildings were laid out at the apartment complex?
I can't remember the other.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been shown to the defense and what's marked as State's Exhibit 10.
That is the day when I'm going to measure whether I like this job or not. I promise you. I'm one of them, y'all. Yep. It's the day where the line gets drawn. Whether or not, like, say, somebody say, yo, you going to have to do this. You want bet?
And do you recognize that?
Yeah.
All right. And would this be an accurate depiction of the way the building
Use a damn lie.
Yep.
Okay. Tender State's Exhibit 10 in evidence.
Use a goddamn lie.
Thank you. And you're right, the way to step down.
Yo, imagine the jokes that Martin would come up for Holmes. Remember he used to joke Tommy? He really a joke this nigga.
Yes.
Thank you. Lydia, you step down for me. Just stand on that end so you don't block this from the jury's view. I know it's probably obvious.
God.
The diagram, but for the record, can you point to where the office would be, where Ms. Torres worked? Okay. And where were you when the first time when you saw Anthony?
I don't even want to start. I don't want to start, bro.
That's where the playground is? Yes, right here.
Who remember the nigga Wes Welker? That was that nigga name? Nah, not Wes Welker. No, Don Beebe or the Bills. White receiver. Who remember? Yeah. Yo, do I got it right? It wasn't Don Beebe. Who the nigga the first introduced had the extra helmet? Y'all don't remember, see? Y'all don't even know. It was a nigga in the league, yo. The nigga had a bike helmet on his regular helmet. Straight up, on the Bills. Little white boy. Nah, bro. Listen, bro. If you know about this, bro, I'm telling you, if you ever seen Holmes on the field with it, you like, ho, what's that? The first time you see it, you like, ho, what's up with Holmes? Yo got like an extra helmet on. Now they kind of got the helmet built like this, y'all. But look, I'm telling you, you guys, I think I might got the wrong dude. It was Don BB? Yeah. That's how Yo used to look on the field like this.
Okay. Were there any kids on the playground at that time? It was during school. Were there a lot of people around, or nobody was around? Okay. And then you said that you approached him. Is that where he was when you approached him?
Yes.
He a gangster. Yo wasn't scared. Shout out to my man. Yo seen a naked man and walked up on him. He a gangster. Hey, Holmes, what's up? He probably asked him, yo, you hungry? Holmes said, nah, I'm good. Said, yo, the police already on their way. He said, yeah, they my friends. What's up with you, though? Shit, just talking to my moms. All right. Hell yeah.
just getting the hallway. So that was when I get.
He said, "You sure you're not hungry, Holmes?" He said, "Nah." I said. He said, "You want to drink it?" I said.
You met him on this side of the building? Yes. Okay, when he went through to
Hydrate.
when he went through here, did he break anything or was he hurt anybody?
Give me some
What
tequila,
happened when you met him
Holmes.
over here?
Yeah, when I met him, it was when I saw him down on the floor. I started talking to him. I said, "Hey, they already called the police. I need you to go home."
They really was trying to make sure Holmes ain't draw attention to their coke operation, to be honest. Him and his other partner got mad bricks, right? They on the low. Spanish shorty with the shit, too. She like, "Ho, shut the door, lock the door, call the law." This nigga walking around naked, he was making it hot. They gonna know we got bricks around this bitch. They like, call Lil Pedro and them. They call them two niggas. "Yo, walk with that nigga so he don't make it hot. Walk him away from the bricks." So they probably got the bricks that they said they walked them around here, right? So they probably got the bricks around here by the office. So they try to walk away from the office so it don't get hot. They like, "Yeah, the police." They like, "Hey, how you doing?" Yeah, hell yeah. They walked them away from the birds. They got the operation banging over here, y'all. Yup. I see what's going on. Yup. I see what's going on. I see the play. Holmes come over there naked. They like, "Yo, what the fuck?" But they thought he was the feds, y'all. She like, "Go check on that nigga. He playing it. They raid. That's a play."
How many cars did you see coming this way? This one. Okay, and what did that car? Okay, and on the photo, can you show the jury where Anthony was?
Whoa.
It was like there, Anthony was like here.
Okay, so you're putting the officer somewhere over here, and Anthony somewhere over here. Okay, all right. And then when you saw that, again, were you still in the same place, or had you moved closer?
After the shot, I come.
Okay. And Pedro Castillo, was he on the scene as well? He was behind you. And did he also did you?
I don't know what to say, y'all. Look, that trial is the Olsen trial, y'all. I might skim through it, but
Did you know that he moved up, or
I ain't got patience.
you both came up
I
close?
gave y'all the drop.
All right.
I don't know what happened. I ain't even go all the way through it. Whoa.
All right, so this building, I'm just gonna make sure everybody's oriented as far as the map goes. Can you step down? Is that okay? Good. Thank you. So, do you know where building M is? On this map, it's here, right? And did the officer?
Yeah, just a car right there.
And he stopped. And then, do you see that same building on this map, on this photo? Let me ask you, do you know where the dumpsters are?
Good morning. It's a great day in the Pittsburgh community. Is this safe? Yes. My name is LaShawn Hoffman, and I have the privilege of serving as the Chief Executive Officer of the Pittsburgh Community Improvement Association and partnering with law enforcement on this community policing strategy called Project Still Kirk.
The focus of Project Still Kirk was B302. Our zone has 13 beats, but this is 302. And this is to affect violent crime and quality of life issues. Some of the statistics were 105 arrests, 45 guns, $3,398 in currency. Street value of drugs confiscated since May, $81,453. At the end of 2011, B302 was up in Part 1 crimes, the most serious crimes, 1.3%. I can confidently say at this time, Zone 3 is down overall 15% in crime. Woo! Yeah, good job. B302 is now down 26.8%. Wow. We still have issues issues with robberies and burglaries in the area, but it shows that our efforts are producing results.
And it's my privilege to introduce one of our community partners, Reverend Bobby Williams. He's pastor of Community Life Ministries. Amen. Thank you for being here. The Bible talks about the kingdom of God suffered violence, and it had to be taken back by pulling across the street. And I was going to try to save them on one side of the street while the law enforcement do their job on the other side of the street. So what happened was that how the Bible talked about, you have to take it back by force. Well, this is the force that we had to use. Unfortunately, sometimes that's what it takes. But through prayer, we can still take our community back, and get it back to how it used to be, where people could actually walk down the street and don't worry about the pocketbook being snatched. I can remember when I grew up over here in this neighborhood, this very property where we stand, it used to be a playground, even though we had the park at the street. But when you didn't go to the park, you could actually come down here and play right here on this playground. And children were free to do what they want to do. So that's the reason that all of us has came together, not only just the church, but law enforcement, so we can take our community back. Because we know that we can pray. We know that prayer will change a lot of things. But like I said, sometimes the violence come in and it overtake our community. So that's why all these guys stand with us, and not only do they stand with us, we stand together to take back our community. And like I said, the only way we can take it back is we have to take it back by force and prayer. So we thank everybody for coming out, and just continue to pray for us as we improve our community.
If you sell drugs, we don't want you here.
Whoa.
Try and understand. All praises to God in Jesus, I believe in. And I believe in what's right.
Whoa.
We want a safe neighborhood here. We want a clean neighborhood here where people will come and live and go to work and feel that everything in their house is safe when they return. You won't hear too much of me, but you're going to hear something from me after the presidential election. Because I'm going to get with Mr. Obama and have a talk with him. I thank you.
That was interesting. He was talking heavy, wasn't he? Quentin Nixon. Yeah, I looked at it. Yeah, hold on, y'all. All right, so I've been just bouncing through stuff. Don't mind me. But yo, this city of Atlanta, this logo thing they got with this bird, this resurgence logo, that's a phoenix bird rising from ash from the fire. This thing right here. That's a phoenix rising from the fire. Meaning being reborn. That's what that is. Is it? Oh, I'm tripping. What kind of bird is that? Don't mind me. I just noticed that, though. Look weird. Don't look like no bird. I know. Hold on, though. I wanted to play this. All right, this is what I've been looking for. I don't know how I kept skipping it. All right. Do. Bow. Yeah. 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 All right, y'all. Yo look like a whole Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles if they take off they headband. Yo, crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo look like Donatello without his mask. That's crazy. We about to turn up, ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ooh. All right, so let's see what Fanny had to say. I don't know how long ago this was. Seems like years. He looked like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yesterday. This collaboration is representative of the partnership of the Atlanta Police Department and the DA's office on our aggressiveness in going after gang members. The mayor as well as the DA gave an interview on last week expressing their concerns about what we were seeing in our city and how we would go after any offender. And at the direction
Yo need a hat. No, he need a beard. Or somebody give Donatello his headband back. Y'all can't hear him at all? It's that low? How I hear him and y'all can't? Y'all can't hear it at all? That's crazy. Hold on, man. I hear it and y'all can't hear it? That's nuts. That's because he a Ninja Turtle, bro. Turtle in a half shell. Y'all hear it now?
Consequences to him or any other parties at the house. And so with that, I'll turn it over to...
Still? Man. Oh, it came back? It's still cheeks.
Thank you, Chief Bryant. Today, I'm joined by the Atlanta Police Chief.
Whoa, what's up with her face? Hold up, y'all hear it? Ones if you can hear now. He still look like a Ninja Turtle. Look at him. That boy goofy as ever. Hold on, y'all. Didn't they show a picture of the Ninja Turtles without their mask on at some point? All jokes aside, yeah. Yeah. Let's see what they had to say. Look at his lip.
We're ready. First of all, I want to say good afternoon to you all. Thank you all for coming out. I want to acknowledge the DA and Fulton County Sheriff. We're here today to speak on the arrest of Jeffery Williams that in collaboration with Fulton County DA's office and the Fulton County Sheriff on yesterday. This collaboration is representative of the partnership with the Atlanta Police Department and the DA's office on our
you're ugly in this damn cassette.
Our aggressiveness in going after gang members. The mayor, as well as the DA, gave a interview on last week expressing their concerns about what we were seeing in our city and how we would go after any offender. And at the direction of the DA taking the lead on us yesterday, making sure that we were able to get one of our top offenders off of the street. In partnership with them, utilizing our tactical teams, we were able to go out to the individual's location and arrest him without any significant consequences to him or any other parties at the house. And so...
So you saying he ain't try to flee? Okay. That show a lack of guilt, right? He was just right there, no fuss. What you doing with your lip?
With that, I'll turn it over to the DA.
Thank you, Chief Bryant. Today, I'm joined by the Atlanta Police.
She looking chalky. You looking chalky, baby girl. She looking chalky. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Leave a comment.
Chief Rodney Bryant, as well as my sheriff and our Sheriff Patrick Labatt. We are here today about a grand jury indictment that was returned that included not just Jeffery Williams, which is of some notoriety and media attention, about 28 defendants that operate.
Yo, let me know in the comments if she tried to downplay that just now. Of some notoriety. Shorty, you on a clout wave right now, and you want some notoriety. You joshing me.
Within our community between the time period of 2012 and 2022. It is our allegation that they operated as a criminal street gang and commenced to do havoc in our community.
Havoc.
That havoc includes crimes of violence, crimes of theft, crimes involving drugs. I've made no secret about it, nor any apology that as the district attorney of Fulton County, my number one focus is targeting gangs. And there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75.
Conservatively? Where did you get that at? And that is cap. I gotta say. Baby girl, that is caparoni. A big cup of caparoni. Baby.
5 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing in our community.
Who? What?
There's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80%.
She ain't got no TV teeth.
80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our community. And
I ain't gonna lie, lady, you a bold-faced lying. You bold-faced lying. That is not what's in that RICO. That's 80%. Then that means y'all got y'all crime down. That means y'all got y'all crime down before they went to jail. If what you put in that RICO for 9 years is 80% of the crime, then technically, I ain't gonna lie, your city doing pretty good. Yeah. That's your violent gang that's doing 80%. Yeah, technically, if that is true, your city, you doing a good. Y'all is awesome.
So they have to be rooted out of our community.
What?
I said just a week or two ago, it does not matter what your notoriety is, what your fame is. If you come to Fulton County, Georgia, and you commit crimes, and certainly if those crimes are in furtherance of a street gang, that you are going to become a target and a focus of this district attorney's office, and we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
This is clearly a political campaign that this lady was on. Shout outs to the people that sent the email with, insinuating that posted, you need to go back and look at this. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. You're the best. All right. Look at her. She capping. You can tell by the way her mouth look. That's the cat face.
I agree with Chief Bryant. What you see yesterday and what you will see in the upcoming months and years is the result of a lot of hard work by both the Atlanta Police Department and this office. We are proud to bring forth this indictment.
Proud.
And hopefully to bring justice to a lot of the community who was victimized through the course you see in this indictment. But more importantly, the most important thing that we are here to do is to keep this community safe. And we believe removing these 28 defendants will keep Fulton County safer. Yes, sir.
So
The indictment's got Young Thug.
you got 28 co-defendants. You gave about 12 of them plea deals and put them back out on the street. So how violent are they?
And a bunch of other rappers. There was one name I was actually expecting to see there that I didn't, and that's Jack Harlow. Can you speak to that?
What I'll tell you is that as large as this indictment is, I told my team that let's not be sexy, now let's not overreach. I told my team that let's not be sexy, now let's not.
I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my scarf, too sexy for my hat.
Not overreach is I told my team that let's not be sexy, now let's not
I'm too
overreach. Let's be conservative in our approach, which is always the approach that I take. And in taking that approach, 28 defendants were indicted, and they were indicted for the crimes that I believe were appropriate for this RICO indictment.
Yo, did she use that because she, like, what is that?
And so I won't speak to any person that is not named.
These are serious, significant charges. I would imagine you're going to see some pretty serious sentencing here. I know it's early, but can you talk a little bit about the type of sentences they might be facing?
Well, we'll ask on the different charges for the maximum penalties, and there's obviously many people that are looking at life under this indictment. You're absolutely right. These are serious times. They're serious.
There go another way to juice up the way people's perception of the trial was. People are facing life. You see how vague that was? You feel me? Look at the key elements now that we look back, y'all.
Allegations, and it is my opinion that violence in our community deserves maximum penalties.
In a recent interview, you said in the coming weeks and months.
So we give out a whole bunch of plea deals, y'all. 15 years probation, 10 years, 30. And then a dude violating, we only give him 5. So we max penalty, y'all. But not really. Yeah.
Indictments, RICO charges, gang charges. We see that with fear. This is only focused on the YSL gang. At that time, you used plural indictments. Should we expect more indictments against singular gangs in the coming weeks and months? Is that what you were meaning with that quote?
Yeah, and if you're already aware, we dropped an indictment not that long ago against YFN. It is.
And no one went to jail, really. Yeah. Lucci's Ray be home. Bloody J beat his RICO. Yeah, somehow his RICO got null processed. So she was total cap on that. Yeah, so her trying to make it out like, yeah, we're taking all the gangs down. No, you're giving them slaps on the wrist and releasing them. Stop playing. She was lying. So whoever her opponent is, they could use all of this right now to weaponize against her to show that she is total cap and she be stealing. See, I don't really get into the money stealing because I be thinking if you're a politician, you should steal. The other ones was stealing, so technically I condone her stealing. I ain't tripping about that. But Shorty was capping about this gang prosecution. Straight up.
Certainly a tool that I believe in, which is using RICO. I believe the reason that I believe
A tool
in it
using
is
RICO.
It allows juries and the communities to see the complete picture of a crime.
But what happens when you actually don't have it complete? Wow. Here we have it, y'all. She just described. The jury should be able to see the complete picture, but they are totally confused at this moment. This is not a complete picture. Essentially, this is a coloring book with 50 pages, and The kid don't even stay in the lines, and they real picky with what they like to color. So some pages they just scribbled on it so nobody else could color on it. But none of the pages are really like filled in completely into a nice little like picture of, you know, like the right colors. And yeah, I want to put this one in the frame on the refrigerator. So technically, this just like trash, to be honest.
So they can truly be educated and have facts to weigh when they're making decisions. And so if you're asking, should you expect to see other RICO indictments against...
We've been being nice when the state keep popping up, showing us these ugly ass scribble pictures in this coloring book. You like, yeah, little Becky, yeah, little love, yeah, that's cute. But really, you turn to your husband and be like, yo, we need to go get our little ass tested out. She keep coming in here with these scribbled up ass pictures. There ain't nothing in there. I feel like she might have fell and bumped her head. Hubby like, nah, that's your side of the family. All y'all motherfuckers is crazy.
Under other street gang organizations? Absolutely.
Two questions specific to YSL. With the 20-some people arrested here or named, how big is this gang? Is that a good portion of the gang you're operating in Atlanta? And how long were you investigating them?
If you look at the indictment, the crimes that are alleged within it go all the way back from 2012 to 2022. I wouldn't say that it contains every act of crime that YSL committed. It is a significant gang that operates here in Atlanta, Georgia, and not every member became a defendant within this indictment, but
oh, yeah?
certainly a significant amount did, and certainly some of the leadership, which is what's most important.
Whoa.
We're not
Who is the leadership? Uh-oh, fumble. Who the leadership, y'all? Have they established who the leadership is? Come on, baby. Uh-oh, that's a big fumble right there. Some of the leadership. Well, for it to be some, you got to establish who and what their leadership role is.
gonna just target the children that are running out at the direction of leaders and not target leaders.
Leaders? Bro, here we go with this plural word again.
How much did social media, music...
Cameraman is wicked, ain't he? Cameraman wicked with it. Golly. That boy, that boy crazy with it. You feel me? Booyaka. Let me ride that little line on your lip, girl. Let me walk down that line on your lip. Let me see that. Let me see that thing, girl. Look at that. Yeah. Look. Don't say I don't love you. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Let me just touch your lip, girl.
Social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, YSL, they're the territories that Cleveland Avenue, no secret. We've seen a ton of violence. Innocent bystanders get hit. So you guys believe that by getting them off the streets, that people in that neighborhood who are living in fear can actually have some peace now?
I believe that people in that neighborhood and at every corner of Fulton County deserve to be safe, even if it is financially lower, socially, economically.
Whoa. Huh? What you say, babe? No, say that again. Say again.
I believe that people in that neighborhood and at every corner of Fulton County deserve to be safe, even if it is financially lower, socially, economically. You know,
Fumble.
I don't think that part of the community should be left behind. Me and the mayor.
Whoa, why she talking so distant? Whoa, like she never been. Whoa. Whoa. Shorty talking distant. Ain't she?
and the police chief have talked about the fact that Cleveland in our community is referred to as Bleveland, that it is somewhere where just violence occurs, where they're marking up territory, it's blood territory. It's horrible. And you're absolutely right. That community deserves to be safe, and we are hoping that this helps to keep them safe. Well, I won't step outside of my lane. I am the district attorney of Fulton County. I am not the sheriff. I have great confidence in the sheriff. He knew that this was coming as a law enforcement partner, and I believe that he is well prepared, but you'd have to speak to him to make sure that everyone within his facility is safe.
This indictment names a few, it's not just social media posts, but songs that have been released by Young Guns and others, where those people's lyrics evidence supporting the RICO conspiracy. And I'd like you to speak to the First Amendment issues that obviously raises.
This issue's been ruled on by the courts. I knew that question was coming. I believe in the First Amendment. It's one of our most precious rights. However, the First Amendment does not protect people from prosecutors using it as evidence if it is such. In this case, we put it as overt and predicate acts within the RICO count because we believe that's exactly what it is.
Let's allow Sheriff Levant to answer.
I have one more from Ms. Willis. What's the last thing you prosecuted in a RICO case? Was that the APS case?
This office? No. Since I've been here as the district attorney, I think we've indicted probably 4 or 5 RICOs at this point. So it's a tool I use.
First of all, good afternoon. I believe both Madam DA and Chief Bryant are really raising the level of consciousness in what we're doing within Fulton County, and certainly they deserve our appreciation. With respect,
tell me the goal.
Question as to safety and so many people being brought in, we are housing them accordingly to include other facilities. So I encourage everyone to really download the Sheriff's app if you want to know specifically where individuals are, and you'll be accommodated accordingly.
Sheriff Levant, like I said, jumping to the indictment, there was an element of it where they were talking about Octavia's career communicating with an inmate, where the inmate had a cell phone that was contraband, but it was clear from the indictment that you had been, or that all of you had been monitoring that conversation. Like, it leads me to ask a question you're probably not going to answer. Was that cell phone deliberately given to an inmate so that those conversations could be monitored?
So I did have an opportunity to read your editorial that you posted in the Buckhead blog or whatever it was from that perspective. And so you're right, I'm not going to answer that. So, appreciate it. We'll leave that to Madam DA.
That's George Cheedy talking. Yo, I found this video of George Cheedy saying that he got beat up out at the Rashad Brooks autonomous zone, and they threatened him with a pistol. He was on the news with a black eye. I'm trying to find a video. I found it. I wasn't even looking for that, but it was a video linked to this Rashad Brooks thing, and I'm watching the news clip, and George Cheedy popped up with a black eye, and he was snitching. Talking about they beat him up, they threatened him, but it's like, yo, why you was even down there? I'm trying to find where it was at, y'all. I'm like, man, Holmes a whole plant. Yeah, he had a black eye and all that. Yeah, he was lumped up. Well, they showed a picture where he was lumped up. Who knows, you feel me? He could have just been lying. I remember I told you I don't trust. I caught on. I'm like, yo, Holmes ain't right. Holmes tried to play the 50. But yeah, yesterday I was minding my business, doing some research, looking into the Rashad Brooks in the autonomous zone and how phony that was. I got to find it, y'all. But it's this clip where on the news talking about the Rashad Brooks situation. And George Cheedy just pops up. Now, I've seen some other interesting characters that's, Typical. But come to find out, it was a white chick that they blamed. But then they try to come out and say Shorty ain't burned the Wendy's down. But I was just looking into that. That video footage from the Rashad Brooks situation looked real binky too. Straight up. So yeah, I've been in the cut, y'all.
You know, and I
It's
did
the
not
video
get
you
that
sent me
exact
armed and
number.
ready?
I can tell you
Okay.
approximately 10 were already in custody. I believe as of last night, we had arrested at least 3 as of last night. I expect to see more arrests today and in the upcoming weeks, but I'm realistic. It's probably going to take the next 2 weeks to get everyone in custody.
There's been some discrepancies about where Gunn is. Maybe this is better for the sheriff. Where is he in custody?
Short answer, Michael, he's not in custody.
I mean, is there been arrangements for him to surrender, or is he considered a fugitive right now?
Well, we're making arrangements as much as he had representatives call me last night directly. So we'll muddle through that piece and let you know. And again, download the Sheriff's app. Make sure.
Download the app.
Special precautionary measures at the jail in light of high profile. I mean, you mentioned people being housed differently, but just safety for your corrections officers. And what kind of, are you able to reveal some of the things you've had to do in light of?
And that's a great question, and I appreciate you taking the time to come visit us a couple of weeks ago. To that extent, based on some of the things that we found, we've already begun new procedures.
Oh, who came to visit him? So George Cheedy run with them, y'all. Seriously. Helping them with their plays, using media. Seriously, don't sleep. And they got a whole bunch of resources. They work directly with them to help sell out the poor people, y'all. So that's why I don't rock with the media. They clearly working with the law against the poor people. And that's why I say, yo, when I went back and read George Cheedy all of his presentations, all of the whatever you call it, his blog, and I've read every single one, you could see that basically he was shedding a bad light on the poor people in reference to, do you want this close to where you live, being as though you have money and you live in the Atlanta area as well? Real rap. And it was almost questioning them on some old, if we got money and we actually are the ones who actually thrive here, should we even accept this? Real rap. That's the overall sentiment of it. Yeah. I'm black. I got bread. I don't condone this. And technically, I don't want to be worried about it. What should we do? I promise you, that's the way every piece is written. Seriously, with trying to beat around the bush, like I'm hip, I'm privy to it. Like, yeah, so like he in the know with urban, you feel me? But it's slight hand making mockery of it at the same time. Yeah, you got to peep it. Word and real choice. You know what I mean? Try to be like, when he generally talking, he try to talk vague, like you, almost as if you like the cool black dude that's around corporate America, and you try to let him know, nah, well, I'm hip. I know who Little Baby is. I know what this lyric means. That type of talk is written in that mode, y'all. I promise. I ain't even trying to throw dirt on y'all. I'm giving y'all a real assessment.
And so the opportunity for us to maintain safety.
Holmes ain't really black. He African. Yeah, I forget. And one of his joints, he said, see, that's what he like to do too. So he like to ridicule. He self-joke himself in his pieces a lot. Yeah, self-hate type joint. Yeah. Yeah, seriously, y'all. Yup. Yo, one of them. So like, yo will start off one of his piece, and yo will write something, well, like on some more, it'll say something like this, you know me. Well, while I was out this weekend enjoying the sun, you know me, just a guy who does nothing, stays just me and my dog because I have no life. He'll write something like that, right? But get into a spin move. Yeah. Yeah. Where he like throw some dirt on himself, kind of like, but just it's just a kind way of baiting you into a conversation type joint. Where you, yeah, like a brief, you know, I ain't nobody special. Yeah, I mean, I'm just was out and about moving, but I was paying attention to such and such and woo. And before you know it, now we in the politics. I'm talking about Holmes, slick as a John with it. Yeah. to be honest, it's interesting to get a insight into the mind of, he let you know where he talking from. If you really read, he let you know he talking from someone. I tricked him. All right, so let me give you a little bit of insight. So when I got this perception, right, of what he really means in his columns, right, so I came back. I was waiting for him to pop back up on Clubhouse, right? So he did. So he talking. Now, mind you, I wasn't really offended by the way he write because I already seen people write like this. You feel me? It ain't surprising. I seen this style before. You feel me? So I wasn't offended by it, or I ain't had no animosity towards him. So when he popped back up, I treated it regular. I actually might have forgot when he first popped back up, and then I reminded myself, or whatever the case was. At some point, it clicked to me, yo, ask him, you feel me, about that. So I came up with a creative way to ask him. So I just came out of nowhere. We talking about the violence in Atlanta and the rappers and all this type of stuff and the gang shit, right? So all of a sudden I come out and say, yo, I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly how I asked him, but I say something like, yo, how do people that live in like Bankhead or like, you know, or whatever that spot is that's trying to separate, I think I might have named that area. The area where the, you know, some black people with a couple dollars live at. How they feel about the rappers and the videos with the guns and all that. Like, how they feel about that when they see that. I asked them real setup-ish. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I pulled a Geraldo move. Caught him off guard with it and all that. Threw it out there real questiony, like with you. He ain't even peeped the play. He should have peeped it. He should have caught it. He did not catch it, y'all. He took the bait. I'm talking about, bro. He jumped on that motherfucker like a goddamn starving marlin. Hell yeah, bro. I'm talking about, bro, if y'all have heard it, yo, hopped out fast. I'm talking about he answered this shit so fast, but what he ain't know was his answer was his answer. See, I set him up. I said, how them people think? But what he don't know is he already laid foundation for me to understand he is them people. Yeah. Fuck wrong with him. Dumbass nigga. He was playing with a shark. He answered that shit with passion, y'all. They don't like it. Yeah, no, they don't like it. Then I double back, like they don't like to see that. He like, nah, man, line this dumbass up, dummy. He ain't even know it. He was thirsty. He answered. I'm talking about, bro. Anybody was there, yo. Y'all might have been thinking, like, what you mean? Like, y'all ain't know where I was going? It was vague, and you might have think I was going for the answer that he was giving me. Hell no. I did a science experiment on his ass. I knew he wouldn't answer me flat out. He wouldn't tell me how he feels, personally. You feel me? About the inner city thug. And the you feel me, how when he see it in a mockery type of way, is he offended by it? And he answered by saying those people are. But what he ain't know is he already clarified in what I read that he resonates with them. Seriously. He said it so many times. Like his whole way of speaking is from that zone. I swear to God. He talked like that's his crowd he talking to and all that. I would go so far into saying the boys say we, as in, you know, we don't want this crime in our area. You feel me? Like that type of talk, real rap. Because you know how we are, you know, like he real inclusive with himself outside of the urban community of Atlanta, from what I was reading, which was a kind of offensive to me. Because y'all know how I'm rocking. Why you so interested in this covering this if you not, you feel me? Seriously. So that's why I did that. And he failed miserably. He failed miserably, yeah. But hold on. I ain't just here to talk.
Wendy's, where Rayshard Brooks was killed, is quickly becoming a dangerous place, at least according to some. Reports of violence and little to no police presence. CBS 46's Adam Murphy live at City Hall tonight, where he has been questioning elected officials on the state of the neighborhood surrounding the Wendy's. Adam, good evening.
Good evening, Sean. I've been trying to get in touch with and speak with Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms now for the past couple of days.
concerning public safety issues associated with this autonomous zone. Many people have been reaching out to me saying, where is the mayor on this issue? Well, I finally heard.
You said it was a post he made about Yak that really set me off? Okay. I was on him. Actually, it got worse after that. Because remember, something else happened. Oh, no, he went and did the Spotify podcast after he left us. And then he ain't popped back up. Remember, I was like, yo, where he at now? He went and did Vlad and then Spotify or something. And I'm like, oh, where Holmes at?
Heard from her press secretary today, who simply said they're looking into it and offered nothing more.
We have to police our streets. PTP, police the police and police the streets.
A group of armed people set up an autonomous.
Hey, yo, if that dude was talking like that then, where is he now? Like, why this movement ain't still alive?
Autonomous zone around the burned out Wendy's on University Avenue.
How many black folks' cars got stolen? None.
The group took over the area after Rayshard Brooks got into a scuffle here with police and was gunned down by an officer in the parking lot. For the past few days, armed people have blocked police and others from passing through the zone.
Is this behavior acceptable?
Well, of course, it's not acceptable for anybody to block off a public road. And
Oh, so we talking about the autonomous zone and not whether or not the police should be allowed to smoke somebody. So that fast, they flipped the script. Is this behavior acceptable? Wow.
and to determine that you can decide who can use that road or not use that road.
Atlanta City Council President Felicia Moore said they have been working to clear the road and restore order using a phased approach.
What I understand is that there are various...
Did y'all tell them Bloods to do that? And was those Bloods still working with the Atlanta politicians and police at this very moment? And they really ain't a real blood gang? Y'all just created the Bloods so y'all can carry out these types of plays? Because y'all sure do use their name a lot. Y'all just brought them in there. Y'all created your own fake Bloods situation.
Different groups of people there.
Oh, this was sponsored by Morgan & Morgan all the way back then, huh? Okay, I see you.
Even while I was there, they were arguing with each other, which is when I left because, you have armed people arguing with each other. That does.
Oh, now she throwing dirt on it. So the autonomous zone got armed people and they arguing with each other. Oh, she throwing dirt on it too. Okay.
Doesn't turn into anything good.
Over the weekend,
can't tell if it's a dream or if it's real life. Rewind the last days on a still night. He ain't played for a minute, but he's still nice. If the beat got 2 empty verses, then it get killed twice. Backpack rapper with the drugs in it. My man don't talk on his phone cause bugs in it. He told me do my thing, just put your blood in it. Thinking out the box, my nigga, but ain't no fugs in it.
Champagne wishes drinking Hennessy. They claiming that they ball, but they fake injuries.
I was in the lab making remedies. We was in the streets trying to make it in the industry. Maybe it's a dream, or maybe it's reality. They wanna put a cap on me and my salary, but I'm just laying back, blowing on my salary.
What you get?
Mozzarella sticks with some chicken wings. 2 years suspended just for hitting things.
The pigs will treat you greasy if you sitting clean. I'm from where the pawns will make a move just to hit the king. Get rocks thrown at you if you tell the truth.
community activist George Cheedy was a
Community activist. Community activist. 101.9 Lawn Slum. Yeah. We on the radio. Who is this guy? I think he's the police.
attacked while visiting the area and said he feared for his life.
They demanded my phone, and I refused.
Feared for his life.
They demanded my phone.
area and said he feared for his life.
They demanded my phone, and I refused. And one of them threatened to shoot me.
It's 101.9 radio. What the fuck is wrong with you? Sub up.
Well, hold on, because you around here snitching.
Hey, where the posted nigga at right now?
What's going on with Posted?
Hold on, Posted came up.
I have to see EBAN. I'm gonna break that nigga face.
I can't give Posted back to late night. That ain't happening. No.
He feared for his life.
They demanded my phone, and I refused. And one of them threatened to shoot me. And then a couple others started throwing punches.
Early Wednesday morning, Atlanta police were able to clear the roadway, but it's uncertain whether they will be able to continue to maintain order.
So it depends on when you're going and who happens to be there. The nighttime has a different crowd. And so I wouldn't advise anyone who wants to go down there to do that during the evening at all.
Now, I reached out to Atlanta police to see how they are handling this situation. I'm told they are on location right now. They sent this statement saying, quote, APD is monitoring the situation and plans to coordinate with community leaders and the Wendy's property owner to address security issues and help preserve peace for this community as soon as possible. We will continue to follow developments out at the Wendy's. We're live at City Hall in downtown Atlanta. Adam Murphy, CBS 46 News.
You can see that restaurant engulfed in roaring flames. CBS 46's Barmel Lyons is live outside the Fulton County Jail, where a crowd is gathering in protest of the suspect's arrest. Barmel.
Yeah, that's right, Alicia. As you can see, it is really, the energy is high, and you can hear a lot of noise. They have a camera, or rather, they have a function that says shut it down. They've been out here, and it's slowly but surely more people are gathering. And it's all because they are defending Natalie White.
Natalie White. Natalie White.
And other protesters who have been arrested. Shocking new information from the attorney of the woman accused of starting this fire.
Who's yo? I'm a whole vibe, salute, babe. Who that, y'all? You look familiar. That boy got the pirate ship. What type of... That better not be Christopher Columbus' boat. Been looking for slave ships.
She is the Natalie White that's obviously referenced.
The night of Brooks' death, he told police White was his girlfriend.
Just a daiquiri. Yeah. All right. Natalie White.
In a statement from the Brooks family attorney, the
So, his girl A white girl set the Wendy's on fire, and she got that lawyer.
Family was unaware of any connection between White and Brooks.
Regarding the extent of their friendship and their relationship, out of deference to Mr. Brooks's family, who I know this has been a really difficult day for his family, I'm just not going to talk about that.
Arson's not a victim of this crime. It cost us all whenever structures are burned like that.
Atlanta fire arson investigators tweeting out that with assistance from the Gwinnett County Police Department and the Fulton County Sheriff Fugitive Task Force, White has been taken into custody. Her attorney says she surrendered and that she is innocent.
She is not responsible for starting any fire.
Attorney Drew Finley says the viral video circulating speaks for itself.
Looked at countless angles of it, and when you still shot it, you can see the Wendy's is completely on fire when she walks up to it. So any notion, any inference, any statement that she started a fire is actually just silliness.
Now I want to take you guys back out here to the front of Fulton County Jail, and you can see just a lot of people surrounding the front. Actually, the Fulton County Sheriff, they put their car right in front of it, sort of as a barrier between them and the protesters. Now, I spoke to one of the organizers. He says they're going to continue to stay out here, make their voices heard, not only for Natalie White, but for all the protesters who want their voices heard. Now, this is what we're seeing. We're going to stick out here and keep our eyes on this protest as it slowly but surely continues to grow, and they continue making noise for those who they say have no voice. In Atlanta, I'm Barmel Lyons on CBS 46 News.
Is to one day turn that Wendy's.
Barmel, thank you. Well, new developments tonight after police issue a warning about armed and angry protesters. This is new video of people carrying guns at the Wendy's where Brooks was killed. Well, tonight the group is explaining why they have weapons. Only here on CBS 46, the group is talking to Trayson Bragg about those weapons. So, Trayson, what did they tell you? What was their explanation for being armed?
Well, let me say my photojournalist Lawrence Coleman and I were the only two members of the media, whether local or national, that were allowed to be at the Wendy's on University Avenue, and they say they were armed for protection. Today, organized protesters lined the streets of University Avenue to show respect to their fallen brother, Rayshard Brooks, on his final ride.
My brother is taking it very hard. That's his second son.
Following the funeral procession, Brooks's uncle, Arthur Barbine Sr., took time to see firsthand the movement his nephew's death sparked.
I'm 60 years old, and I never experienced anything like this in my life.
A number of those in attendance were organized, openly armed.
How many black folks' cars got stolen? None. Who robbed a black person out here? Nobody.
And led by this man.
We have to police our streets. PTP. Police the police and police the streets.
Gary Stokes tells me the reports of large numbers of Atlanta police officers calling off the job after charges were announced for the officer who killed Brooks, coupled with a recent armed attack by a white supremacist against these protesters, is why guns are present.
You can call us militants, but we would like for you to come out here and view our militants because nobody's gotten robbed, nobody's gotten arrested, nobody's been killed.
Well, you heard Stokes there. He added that the group will continue to protest at the Wendy's and continue to further their community efforts as well as their efforts to protect lives. They tell me the goal is to one day turn that Wendy's into a community center.
Yeah, y'all. So Yeah. I've been in the cut. But it's about time for me to dip off. Let me go get to work, get back to some research, y'all. We got trial in the morning. I'm still trying to line an interview up with Pinky. Well, I think I'm just going to call it that. I don't know disrespect, but I'm still trying to line that interview up. She hit me back yesterday. She got busy and tied up. So let me see if I can finagle that, put that together. I ain't dropped the ball, but I ain't want to harass her either. So let me see if I can make some content for later this evening. If I don't pop back up, I might, post something or something. Or look at that video that I posted yesterday. If you didn't watch it, leave a comment. But yeah, let me get back to, digging in the crates real quick. I'll holler at y'all in a little bit. Salute to everybody in here. If you hit the Cash App or you new around here or you hit Super Chat or you're a new member, you gave a membership, I appreciate you. You already know. Salute to all y'all, man. It's Sunday. And the Ravens play today. I might have to watch that straight up. But salute to y'all, man. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Holla.